Summon Sign is brought to you by you. If you want to learn how to support our show, go to patreon.com/laststandmedia. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 129 of Summon Sign, Last Stand Media's weekly in-depth game discussion podcast. I'm your host, as always, Brad Ellison. Joining me, got a special guy here. It's been a minute, though. Mr. Gene Park. Gene, great to see you, my friend. How are you today?
Hey, great to see you too, Brad, the only person who cares about LSM.
That's right.
I've been really enjoying the memes.
Oh, man.
Yeah, yesterday I just watched Defining Duke. It's funny because I just watch it like when it comes out in public now. I'm trying to enjoy the shows as a fan. But I enjoy the Green Reaper meme. That's pretty incredible stuff. But then as well, Brad is the only person that cares about LSM, and look at us.
I know.
This is really the only show that I still would like to show up in, because it's the only show where we just talk about games. And
Yeah,
that's exactly what I want.
Yeah. It's like, I get it, because you play games for a while, and sometimes you just want to talk to people about it.
Yeah. I like sometimes I just don't want to, just talk about whatever Asha Sharma is talking about or whatever.
Exactly.
Like they're not saying much.
Yeah. No, I get it. Because, we talk about what we're playing sometimes online, like through Twitter or whatever, but it's different than talking to someone face to face.
Yeah.
Having real time conversation.
Exactly.
And you don't got to worry about some maniac, throwing strays or something like that.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. There's no comment section. Well, I mean, there is a comment section here, and we'll deal with that when it comes out. But at least right now, we live in the moment right now.
Yeah, we live in the moment right now. We're just talking about games. Very Kojima, living in the moment, which we'll get into more. You got some stuff to talk about with that. But before we get into all that, everybody, please check us out on patreon.com/laststandmedia if you'd like to support us and get early ad-free access to all of our shows. Also, if you want some merch sent to you by the Moriartys from their household, go to laststandmedia.store. And if you want to show Gene support here, you can go to Washington Post. Hit him up. He writes nice stuff over there. You're writing different stuff though now, aren't you?
Yeah. My next piece is gonna be it's gonna be a long one, but it has nothing to do with games. I've been researching it for a month now. But my most recent piece was a review on Disclosure Day, Steven Spielberg. Have you seen that one?
No.
Dustin hated it. Apparently.
Okay.
But Dustin's taste, man.
Sure.
Like you can't account for that. I liked it, and I know I'm giving Dustin a hard time, but honestly, I'm not surprised. It's divisive. I'm not surprised that a lot of people don't like it too, because I mean, it kind of comes on strong with perspective. It's not a typical aliens movie, or maybe it is, and that's what people took away from. But I liked it.
Yeah.
But I do think that there are parts of it that were pretty goofy, and and if you think that if that bothers you, then I think that would definitely lower the score for you.
Sure. But I don't think there's anything wrong with enjoying something, if you have problems with it and stuff like that. We do that all the time with games and movies.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I had a lot of problems with the movie, but by the end of it, I was like, I give up. I kind of like this.
That's dope. Totally cool. I like that. I think divisive stuff like that is interesting. I love hearing about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it is interesting though, because the discourse over the movie is ridiculous. It honestly I'm trying to escape video games discourse, and then I walk through freaking Steven Spielberg movie discourse, and it's either this is an amazing movie and a classic, an instant Steven Spielberg classic, or it's trash. The boomer is just putting out slop right now. This is the worst movie I've ever seen. It's ridiculous. I can't believe how bad discourse, at least on Twitter. This is definitely on Twitter. I'm not hanging out in movie discourse in Reddit or YouTube or like that, but and I'm not really seeing a lot of YouTubers saying Disclosure Day is the worst movie I've ever seen. But definitely on Twitter, that app likes to surface up all the extremes,
of course,
just for you, on the For You page.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely not something unique to video games. It's kind of everything that is the discourse, all extremes usually, which comes to
All
what
extremes.
seemingly comes to the surface. There is, middle ground and good discussions occasionally, but it's rarer. So
Mm-hmm.
you gotta know what you're getting into, I suppose. Like Gene, I put out a tweet a couple days ago saying, because people were arguing about Twilight Princess versus Ocarina of Time for some reason, and I was like, people are arguing about this, and I just enjoy both of them. I love both.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, people are like, no, of course, this one fucking sucks, and this is why,
Mm-hmm.
why, and it's like, all right, I don't agree, but okay.
I'm kind of on I'm I think Ocarina is obviously like the Stone Cold classic, right? Like that's
It's
the
way
one
more
that
important of a video
yeah
game,
yeah
absolutely.
way more important. Yeah, okay, well there you go then. Like then I think you have the correct opinion because at least for me, like Twilight Princess definitely has the better dungeons, right?
Yeah, there's things I like about both, like
Yeah,
things that I think are stronger than others. But
yeah,
Ocarina of Time, of course, is the most way more important. I'm not questioning
yeah,
that.
and the story is just better too because it's just simpler, but it's classic,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to like Twilight Princess has Midna involved, and the Twilight world, and the Seven Sages were doing this or whatever like that. I actually started looking up uh old Twilight Princess lore.
Oh, okay, cool.
I totally forgot about Death's Sword. Do you remember the mini boss in the
Yeah, that's
Arbiter's?
Arbiter's Grounds, right?
Yeah, Arbiter. Yeah, yeah. See, you remember? Yeah, but I
Mm-hmm.
totally forgot about that mini boss, and I'm like,
Yeah, he's cool. Looks
yeah.
awesome.
I was like, shit, dude. Like, it's people who don't know. Death Sword is this sword, this great sword that's stuck in Arbiter's ground where Ganon was trapped away into the Twilight world. And then you find this mini boss, which is just a big ass, like metal looking sword, like a big old
Mm-hmm.
cleaver, stuck in the ground and being tied with ropes and like little signs. And then you're supposed to like cut one of them, and then the sword becomes alive, and then now you're finding an invisible swordsman with this big ass sword, and then and then that's a whole puzzle you have to figure. I won't spoil the whole thing, but that's a whole puzzle that
Yeah,
you have to figure
yeah.
out.
I was gonna say he has kind of like a goat head from what I remember. Yeah,
He does, yeah,
kind of
yeah,
does.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
really
like
cool
like
looking
one,
boss. Yeah.
yeah, super cool looking boss, and then there's like story behind that that
Mm-hmm.
that that whole mini boss, and I'm like, that's what I miss about Zelda. Actually, I obviously love Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, but they didn't really have like mini bosses, in their
Just
dungeons.
out
I
in the
think.
world. Yeah, not in the dungeons. Yeah,
Yeah. Just out in the world, but then like yeah, and then like it was always like blue Hinox and red Hinox and like,
mm-hmm.
like this or that.
They did bring back Gleeox though, which I love, which are the multi-head dragons.
Tears of the Kingdom,
Mm-hmm.
Leox. That's why so I've actually been replaying Tears of the Kingdom recently because of the
Oh,
Ocarina of Time
okay,
hype.
cool.
And I'm just like, yeah, I miss Zelda, like
Mm-hmm.
damn.
Me too. Every day.
Yeah. So I started playing Tears of the Kingdom and like damn, I love that game.
Yeah, me
Love
too.
that game so much. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got
Um
problems, but I love it.
Yeah,
I
what do you
love it.
think about the Ocarina of Time remake?
Yeah, I
I
wanted
haven't.
to catch up kind of with you on everything SGF wise because I don't really know what you think about a lot of stuff I haven't
Yeah, let's do
seen.
it.
So,
Yeah.
well, we could start with Nintendo and we'll start with Ocarina of Time. Based on what we've seen, and just like that one brief shot of Link
Mhm,
laying in the bed, I
mhm,
wasn't sold 100% on the visual style yet.
mhm.
I'm not saying it's not going to look good in person or anything like that. Just that one little shot, I was just kind of like, I don't know yet about this. I need to see more of the game actually to make up my mind more so. But I think Ocarina of Time is obviously the correct choice to do for a remake if you're going to do one, just because it is, the most groundbreaking, if not the most important Zelda game aside from the first one.
Mhm.
I definitely was hoping we'd see more of it. I was like, you bitches. They said, we'll show you more later. I'm like, okay, fine. But this year, very exciting if they hit that date. I think they will, though. Um, but I just have a lot more questions still, more things. I'm like, is anything changed? Is it kind of one to
Mhm.
one to the original? We got a brief glimpse of Link's design, and it's like a little different. He's got like his tunic looks like it's made more of grass, and he kind of had like a couple extra pieces of cloth, which remind me of Twilight Princess outfit a little bit. And I was like, okay, this is cool. I like all that kind of
A
stuff.
little bit, yeah. Link's OG outfit when he's a villager, right? A
Yes.
little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm,
So, I mean, of course, I'm extremely excited about it,
mhm.
but I would just want to see a little more. What did you think about Ocarina of Time?
Yeah, we barely saw anything, right?
Yep.
Um, and I think that's where a lot of people were a little upset over. I'm trying to remember. Is the title screen for Ocarina of Time Teen Link or Adult Link?
Yeah,
Uh,
he's riding Epona across the field.
he's always been that, right?
Yeah.
So it was never like a shock.
It was not a shock when
It was
you
not a
return to
shock that
Adult
you
Link.
become old Link in the game,
No,
right?
no, he's all over the
Okay.
artwork.
Okay. I was gonna say that maybe they could have showed like a title screen, shot or whatever, because that already shows like a lot of Hyrule. And then I'm thinking, oh wait, but it's an Adult Link though, and it's like, I kind of don't want to see that. They're probably gonna fucking show it.
Yeah,
that's
they
the
will.
thing,
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I wish like we saw like at least what Kokiri Forest looks like. Something. They really didn't give us anything. I see a lot of people complaining like, oh man, if only Nate the Hate didn't spoil this. If only I wasn't listening to Nate the Hate. And my question to you guys is, why are you listening to a guy named Nate the Hate?
Yeah, just I don't know.
Just,
I would do everything I could if you're worried about it to avoid spoilers.
yeah,
So mute.
I blocked
whatever
Nate
you
the Hate.
can.
It's not that I don't like the guy.
Yeah,
I
you
don't even know him.
him.
I have no idea who he is. I have no opinion on him other than he leaks games, and I kind of don't like that. But he can do whatever he wants. I'm not against him doing that. I'm not gonna send him death threats like some people have. That's crazy. Again, people don't know how to stay in between. They don't know how to stay in.
People don't know how to communicate without coming off like a psycho sometimes.
Period. Yeah, it's not even about being both sides or whatnot. It's just like you sound like a total complete loser.
Yeah.
But I don't want to hear about him, so I blocked him. I muted him, and it's not like I'm hanging out in a fucking reset era. So it's like,
sure,
so it's like I don't need to hear this stuff. So I didn't know that Ocarina of Time was going to be on the direct.
Cool.
So,
was it shocking to you?
Well, I didn't watch the direct.
Okay.
Before we talk about all these, the only summer E3 thing that I actually paid attention to was the Jeff show, Summer Game Fest. I actually watched that live because it's interesting. So Jeff actually puts in real effort into becoming a show, as opposed to from what I hear, the Nintendo Direct having like 5 minutes of what's his face,
Koizumi,
thumb wrestling.
Yeah,
he's a legend. He can do whatever he wants.
I know. It's like, well, you've done so much cool shit. It's like, I don't know, man. I guess
he can do whatever he wants, but I don't need to watch. So I heard about that. I was like, okay, I understand why people are upset about the Direct's pacing. That does suck. I'm not gonna watch it. But I was surprised when I heard about it. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, it's finally out. Like and because it's always been a rumor that
it has been for a while
too. But yeah, I have the same questions as you. What kind of game it is, like we don't know anything. Period. But regarding the art style, I was very much like, oh, they did hire this man, right? I did think Unreal Engine, blah blah blah, right? When I looked closer at his face, I was like, that looks like Twilight Princess. It looks like Twilight Princess to me. So if this game ends up becoming an HD, like a modern day 2160 or 1440p version of Ocarina of Time, but it looks like Twilight Princess, if it's like a better version of Twilight Princess, like a modern version of Twilight Princess, because Twilight Princess, we both love the game, but the graphics have probably aged the worst.
Probably, yeah.
Out of all the post N64 games, right?
Yes.
Because Wind Waker still looks great, and of course, the blah blah blah. And Skyward Sword kind of still looks pretty great, actually, too. The semi cel shaded look. So yeah, to update Twilight Princess's visuals, but latch it onto the original game, because Twilight Princess is essentially a remake of Ocarina of Time, right? In many ways.
Sure. Yeah.
Then yeah, I think it looks fine, but we obviously need to see more.
Yeah. And I don't hate it or anything, but I'm like just not sold 100% yet. I gotta see more.
Yeah, I'm with you. And also my thoughts on remaking Ocarina of Time. I wasn't that excited about it first. I was like, dude, I played Ocarina of Time like so much. Like I'm not sure there's any other game that I played more other than like Hitman or One in the Hitman or Assassin's Creed Unity or some other game that I was weirdly obsessed with, right? But then the more I thought about it, I was like, you think about all the stuff that happens later in the game. When he does become Adult Link, or some of the battles that he needs to do, or some of the challenges that he needs to overcome, I was like, wait, I think I'm ready to do that shit again. And especially the final boss, the final battle, to see that shit in any kind of like HD with improved textures, even if it looked completely Unreal Engine, fuck it, I'll play the Unreal Engine version. I don't care, honestly, you know.
Yeah.
I'm down for it. I'm down for it.
I sent you a picture, Gene. This is the kind of the link design that Nintendo uses for like
Yes.
all their store stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If it turns out looking like this link, I'd be very happy. Dude. Basically, it's Twilight Princess link, just to adjust it a little bit.
Yeah, that looks great. And dude, like it like with proper lighting, like in the daytime in Hyrule, like he kind of looks like that already, man. A little bit, you know.
Yeah, we're getting there.
The face is there. I think it's just like really like low, like gloomy lighting. It was a terrible shot to open with. At least in terms of information.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's a little funny that Nintendo was like, no, we're gonna give you this game this year, but you're just gonna have to wait a little bit more for if you want to be a little bit more excited.
Yeah. You know, just Nintendo. I don't know. You know how they roll. There's kind of
maybe they're like, hey, you already played this game, so who cares?
Yeah, I guess
we'll just shadow drop it and then see if you buy it. And
yeah, I mean, people will complain, but everyone's gonna buy it, so it doesn't matter.
We're all gonna buy it.
Yeah, we're gonna buy it. We'll be the day one. Gene, let me read this really quick. Jooch McGooch wrote and said, "Sup, Summit. You boys excited about all of the Xenoblade games getting updated this year? I also bought the upgrade for Definitive Edition, and it's pretty good, unlike X and its horrible textures. Anyways, it's great to hear from you guys as always." All right, Gene. This was in the direct. I immediately thought of you, of course. Xenoblade 1, 2, and 3 are getting Switch 2 versions. And we are getting Xenoblade, what is it called? Genesis, I believe?
Genesis, yeah.
Which is a prequel to all of them. How are you feeling as a Monolith Soft mega fan?
See, I'm a mega fan. I'm such a mega fan that I have not even seen the trailer for Xenoblade Genesis.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I kind of don't want to watch it.
Okay.
And I didn't even know that it's already been confirmed that it's a prequel to the 3 games. It is?
I think so. I mean, just from what I saw and with the title, I assumed it is. I have no idea. I haven't played 3, so I don't know. But who knows?
I don't. So I guess I have to look it up.
Yeah, you would have to tell me. You're the expert.
Yeah. Genesis prequel. Let me do a. It's a new chapter following the conclusion of the Xenoblade series. Okay, no, this is not a prequel.
Okay, so it's like a sequel.
Okay,
reboot.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. Well, there you go.
Would be a sequel. It would be a sequel to the trilogy, which is incredible. That's incredible because everything that happens after the 3 is crazy. So the fact that it's called Genesis just tells me like it's not a prequel. It's a new beginning.
Okay.
But I haven't seen the trailer at all. I kind of don't want to see it. I'll watch like their big Xenoblade Direct that they do because they did that for 3, and even for X actually too. I didn't watch those either. I watched them after the fact. I love Xenoblade so much that I kind of don't want to know anything about it until I play it. But I'm super excited. Like that for me, the announcement of Xenoblade Genesis itself, even without watching the trailer, made the direct a complete winner for me.
Yeah,
I understand a lot of people don't like it. I understand the pacing sucked. I get that. I'm not into Fire Emblem, so trust me. If this was a whole Fire Emblem direct, then I'd be like, not for me. But I'm obviously happy for Fire Emblem fans as well, right? But the three games getting Switch updates, that's awesome. I'm seeing some people finally play them. I saw Blessing over at Kind of Funny play it, and he's like, "Wait, this game is good." I'm like, "Yes, dude. Yes."
Xenoblade 1? Yeah, Xenoblade 1.
Yeah, Xenoblade 1. Yeah, dude. And he hasn't even gotten to the good parts of the story yet. He's still like playing like the like fucking around in the intro and everything. So I haven't checked out these updates, but I will. I'm excited to check out Xenoblade 1 in 60 FPS. Are you crazy? That seems.
They added some stuff to them as well, Gene. Like for 1, they've added mounts you can use to get through around the world, like a hover bike they showed.
I saw that. I'm like, what are you talking about? If there's physical editions of the game, see, this is how tapped out I am. But I did see a clip of the hover bike, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" if there are physical editions of the Switch 2 games, I'll definitely get them.
Yeah.
I'm excited to play Xenoblade 2.
Ooh.
In upres, because what does that look like? What does that feel like?
Yeah.
And that is the game that I replayed the least. I've only replayed it twice. And the second time I was just kind of like blasting through it. So I am eager to try the story again and to try to get Cosmos, because that game has a stupid gacha system.
They're adjusting that apparently with the blades, and I think you're going to be able to play as the blades as well or something.
That's cool. That's cool.
They're adjusting stuff like that.
All right. Well, I guess I just got to play these games again, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 is what I'll play, just because I haven't played 3. I've played 1 and 2 before. I liked 1 a lot. 2 I thought was whatever. I mean, it's okay, but I think it's worse than 1, definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
But 3 I've heard is great, so I'll definitely play 3.
3 is fantastic. 3 is arguably better than 1. I still like 1 better, but 3 definitely has a better cast.
Mm.
It has the better romance, and one's romance was actually pretty good. I know people give it a hard time, but it was good. It was there. 2's romance is ridiculous, and I think they knew that. But 3's romance is perfect. It's like the most beautiful romance I've ever seen committed to a video game.
Nice.
And it's got some banger story beats. Like, holy crap! So I'm excited for you to play it.
Yeah, that comes out in December, so a ways off still.
But wait, really?
Yeah.
Wait, so it's only 1 that's upgraded right now?
Correct. 2's coming later than 3. They're not all at the same time.
I love this. This is how I'm catching up. Like, I would prefer, Brad, to hear all this news from you. You are my Nintendo Direct. Then Koizumi jacking off for 5 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is all proof that this is how tapped out I am. I thought that all 3 were out. And I was like, okay.
Unfortunately, no.
All right. Well, then I'll wait, because I just replayed 1 recently, and I was like, I don't really want to play it again.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
but 2 I'll jump into right away, and 3 as well, of course, because it's been a while since I played 3.
Let me double check though, just to be sure. So 3 comes out on December 3rd, so a ways off still. Let me see when 2 comes out, because 1 is out, I believe.
1 is out.
Come on, Nintendo, load your site. Give me the date, Nintendo. Let's see here. July 30th. So soon. Real soon.
Okay. Perfect. That gives me a long time to just get ready to wipe my slate clean. Because I think I'm gonna play the hell out of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Because like you, I think it's the worst one, but like I would like to revisit it, and also like playing a New Game Plus will just make it just a lot easier.
Yeah.
To just kind of blast through. Because I did like the story, especially the second half. I think the second half really starts cooking. And some of the characters are really good. So and it's an awesome world. The fact that all these nations are on the back of Titans, that, like moving
really
alive
cool idea.
Titans. Yeah, awesome idea. So I'm really excited to revisit that. And I'm excited for you to get to 3 in December. I will hop onto a Punch It Up when we finish
we'll
it.
talk about it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Let me go off topic slightly for a second, but for good reason. Good news. Tweet from Dustin right here. Welcome to the world, Leon. Everything is perfect. Thank you for your prayers and support. So Dustin and Holly, his wife's baby, is born. Little Leon Furman is here. So congratulations, Dustin.
Leon
Holly.
Furman. I didn't even know that was his name. Wow.
No, I didn't either.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, I didn't know. Keep it secret.
Okay.
He told me that they had a name locked in, but they're keeping it secret.
Good. Wow. I'm so happy for them. Wow. Fuck. Thank God. Thank God.
Yeah, so very happy for them.
Well, I feel like crying.
I know. It's nice to hear our little boy Dusty is now Papa Furman. Good to hear. So congratulations, Dustin and Holly. Dustin, enjoy your time off, man. Make sure to take enough time off, dude. I don't want you to feel like you have to rush to come back. So take your time, dude. Enjoy it.
Yeah. We're busting his balls, but I'm truly happy for our friend.
Yeah, of course, dude.
I'm kind of tearing up. Yeah. It's been a long journey for us.
Yeah, it's a wholesome moment. So very happy. Make sure to send Dustin your congratulations and all that kind of stuff, listeners. You probably already know by the time you hear this, but regardless, let the boy know. So
he's the boy. He's the boy.
Yeah, good news. All right, different good news here. Nerdy good news, of course, Gene. You know me. I like Kingdom Hearts. And it showed up here, Gene, at the Nintendo Direct. After 4 years of the game being MIA. It finally revealed itself at a Nintendo Direct of all places, where I thought it would be a Keighley show, maybe PlayStation. Nope. Showed up showing that Switch 2 version, which will be day and date release date. So Kingdom Hearts will be on everything, every platform, which is continuing with Square Enix's multi-platform strategy. And it looks fucking sick, of course, to me, showing Quadratum, which is like the Tokyo place, showing a little bit more of the combat, some characters that are from the mobile games I don't have to catch up on because I don't remember a lot of that lore. But I was thrilled to see the game because I honestly didn't think we'd see it, Gene, until Final Fantasy VII Revelations was out. I thought they would just kind of keep it under wraps. But no, it showed up in Nintendo Direct. Looks great for me. I'm not going to play it on Switch 2, of course not. But very happy to see it. Did you happen to see any of this, Gene?
I did see it because they didn't show a lot,
right? Yeah,
you know? And no date apparently, right?
Nope.
Which is still crazy.
Yep.
But Kingdom Hearts is actually at the top of my backlog, man. I think I might actually want to play those games very, very soon, especially now that it seems like the road to 4 has restarted, right?
Yes, because they're doing a new collection now.
Yeah. So I have it all on PC. I'm thinking though that maybe I should just restart the games on PlayStation just to get those trophies, right?
Yeah, there's gonna be a PS5 versions.
It is a PlayStation first IP,
it is,
right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I might want to stick. I have the PS4 complete edition too. So
okay.
I think I might want to play that on PS4. So, and I haven't really turned on my PS5 in a while because as readers or listeners might know, I recently bought a 5080 computer. So there's every reason that I could just do Kingdom Hearts on PC as well. So that's right now really the debate I'm having. I'd love to play it on Switch, but unless they have a key, if they don't do the key card thing, then I will. But with Square Enix, they absolutely will. So
I'm gonna assume it's key card, yeah.
Yeah, like it's Square Enix. Like these are like the cheapest fucks like in the east side of the Pacific, so or the east side of the world. So I'm probably just gonna get the PS5 version. So I think I'm kind of leaning towards more. I think I want those trophies. It'd be fun to get some trophies on Kingdom Hearts, even though I probably won't platinum the game.
Dude, they're hard platinums.
Oh, are they? Okay, well, never mind. That kind of makes that easier because if they were easy platinums, then I definitely would go PlayStation. But if they are hard, then it's like okay,
like they're doable, but you're gonna have to work for it for some of them. I'll say it's probably more than you'd want to do.
We'll see. Like who knows? Maybe I just become so fucking all in on Kingdom Hearts. I'm like, no, I'm gonna do all the shit, like I did with Xenoblade Chronicles. I haven't even actually done all the things in Xenoblade Chronicles, so that's how unlikely it might be. Like I replayed Xenoblade Chronicles 1 because I never rebuilt the city that you can rebuild. I never engaged in that whole like mechanic in the game. And you unlock a lot of shit through that too. So it's like I finally did that last summer. So yeah, but I definitely want to play some Kingdom Hearts. I'm feeling it.
Yeah, I'm excited for you and people who've never played it before to discover how hardcore these games are from a gameplay perspective, and how in depth the combat is, and how I'm telling you this, Gene, I've been playing games my entire life. Kingdom Hearts 3 has, I think, the hardest boss I've ever played in a video game my entire life.
That's fun.
It's an optional boss, but it's like these super bosses in these games are no joke. Especially if you play on the hardest difficulty in these games, you're going to get your ass stomped constantly. So I always respected it because people see these games and they think, oh, kids game, of course. And they are to an extent. But it's like,
no.
Some of the hardest challenges are in these games, man.
The biggest driver for me is I understand that Kingdom Hearts 2 has awesome combat and really good gameplay. And I'm just trying to get through 1 to get to 2. I'm not going to skip through 2. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to. I'm going to play Kingdom Hearts 1. I don't care.
You play Kingdom Hearts 1.
I want to play Kingdom Hearts 1.
Go in the order of release.
Yeah. And the whole journey for me is that I played Kingdom Hearts 1 back in release. I thought the game sucked. I thought it was terrible. I was like, this camera sucks. This combat sucks. I'm not going to play it. And I hit the Tarzan level and I was like, this is the worst game I've ever played.
Yeah, that's sweet.
And then so it's like I just never got past the Tarzan level. And then in the past year, I finally just looked up a video walkthrough and I passed the Tarzan level in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool. Dude, I just need to swallow my pride, Just get through that bullshit, and then I can continue the game. So that's where I'm at, and I will continue it.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
So I would recommend, though, doing Chain of Memories before 2. I like just... They are all connected, Gene, narratively, and going from 1 to 2, if you don't play Chain of Memories, is very jarring. And you're
jarring.
Like,
no, I understand. I
happening?
understand how 2 starts. You know,
yeah.
I have familiar touchstones with it.
Cool.
I wouldn't call myself a Kingdom Hearts fan. You know, like that whole argument on Twitter right now about people saying, you know, you're a fan even if you don't play any of the games. If you only watch the Rad Brad, it's okay. I'm like, I think you can enjoy and be a fan of certain things about certain games, right? Like I'm a fan of like the story and the aesthetic of Kingdom Hearts, but I would never call myself a Kingdom Hearts fan because I've never played the games, man. Like I'm sorry, but the whole point of video games, the whole point of narrative in video games is that you're supposed to play them. That's the final piece of absorbing a story. You have to play the games to be able to kind of understand them.
To really connect with it, yeah.
Yeah. Like maybe a visual novel, like that's very linear. It's probably the only one. But even Mixtape, a game that doesn't give me any decisions whatsoever, that's completely linear, you still have to play that game to really get it, you know? So that's why, like, even like shout out to Asmongold. Like he actually played Mixtape, you know, and he was like, this sucks. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if someone plays it and they don't like it, it's like, all right.
Valid.
At least they tried it, yeah.
Yeah, you tried it. You put in the work at least, you know. Like I respect that a lot more than I kind of respect that more than people who say I'm a fan of Resident Evil. I never play Resident Evil because it's too scary. And it's like, okay, well, you don't really know how scary they get then. I'm sorry.
It's just like, I don't know, man. It's to me that's like with a video game, like you're saying, interactive, it's such a big part of it is playing. It's not the same thing as watching it. Playing it in yourself is completely different than just watching it. It's a completely different feeling. And like if you watch stuff like whatever, but it's not the same.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
Okay. So we'll cover Nintendo, I think pretty much most things in there. The big things at least.
Yeah, there was really nothing else, right? I guess
I'm trying to think of like the big highlights, I suppose.
Fire Emblem, I guess.
Fire Emblem's coming out. Yeah. Star Fox is right around the corner. So what stuff cooking there? But anything from Xbox that caught your eye, Gene?
Gears of War EA does look good. I do not like that it's a prequel because I do like the Gears 5 story, and I've been waiting for that fucking story to finish.
That cliffhanger. They're never going to do it. Dude.
Yeah, no. And they're like, no, we can't figure it out, so we're just going to go back to the E-Day. Okay, we do E-Day. But it's like, okay, whatever. But then I saw the gameplay, and I was like, okay, that looks good, though. Like, it looks
it looks fun, dude.
Looks like they probably got some good level designs out of it. The movement looks awesome. I'm in. I haven't watched any of the Fable gameplay other than some clips. Because Fable is my most anticipated game right now, even over GTA 6. If you gave me GTA 6 and Fable, I'd be like, let me try GTA 6 for like 10 minutes.
Because you gotta just see it. You gotta see it.
I gotta see GTA 6. I gotta see GTA 6 just to see it, right? But if you wanted me to sit down and play both games, I'd be like, I want to finish Fable first, actually, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm excited that you can be a landlord again. You can still be evil. Like I don't know why they were saying that you can't be evil when you clearly can.
Maybe they're referring to like I remember because the big thing was the visual distinction of like your morality. You remember in the old games, of course.
Yeah. I hated that shit. So good.
Okay, then you're set. You're set.
Yeah, perfect. It sounds like they're making the perfect Fable game for me then. Because I hated that every time you made an evil choice, your skin gets all pale and it starts cracking. Your eyes get all red, and then you got like black mist like surrounding it and everything like that. Like it's cool. But I kind of. It made me always want to be a good guy because I just didn't want to look like a fucking asshole all day.
Sure.
You know? But yeah, Fable is super exciting. Push back to 2027.
February, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little sad about that, but at least it's February. At least it's early.
I'm very excited to play it. Are you gonna play it on your PC?
What else? Yeah, dude. I'm gonna play the hell out of that on my PC, man. I've unplugged the Xbox Series X.
Damn.
Because it's full of cat hair. I actually need to
clean it. Yeah,
I actually need to open it up and clean it out, but I just don't feel like doing that. So, what else was there on Xbox? Was that about it?
Xbox, there was Clockwork Revolution, got more of a look at that.
Exclusive, yeah. I kind of don't care about that game.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head.
Mm.
I don't know. We could circle back to Xbox when I think
Yeah,
about
I mean,
it.
shout out to them for going exclusive. Like, this is kind of what I wanted. You know, I think it makes me laugh to hear everyone talking about, oh, well, maybe exclusives are good, but blah blah blah. But what is this gonna do to their what is this gonna do to their business? I'm like, Brad, you're my punching up co-host.
Mm-hmm.
We kept talking about on the punching up. It's like Nintendo's been doing exclusives the whole time, and they got no. You know, it's like it's jarring to hear Defining Duke talk or anyone not even Defining Duke, but just anyone talk about Xbox. You're like, yeah, but if Obsidian's next game doesn't do this, oh my god, they're gonna be in a chopping block. Or oh my god, we haven't heard from blah 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 in a while. They're probably gonna make compulsion games. They're gonna be on a chopping block or whatever like that. And it's like even over Sony, I was like, oh my god, Marathon is not going to do good. Bungie's going to be able to chop and block. Oh my god. And it's like, we don't worry about that in Nintendo, you know?
Right.
We're like, oh my god, Xenoblade Chronicles sold 1.7, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 sold 1.7 million copies. That's not a lot, right? That game has a lot of voice acting. It's a massive game. No one was like, oh my god, Monolith Soft is on a chopping block, you know?
Right.
You know, Famicom Detective Club came out, and nobody was like, "Oh my god, that company, they're going to be sold off by Nintendo." Like, no, it's Nintendo is like, okay, cool, you guys invite us, we'll make another one. You know,
games are cheaper to make in Japan, and also, I bet Nintendo's games are cheaper just to make in general. Is my understanding, even though they are super impressive, but I could be totally wrong on that stuff. Like, I don't think Tears of the Kingdom cost them $400 million to make or something like that.
Yeah, versus what Gear wasn't it Gears?
Yeah,
that
the rumors,
that's gonna be $400 million, which makes me laugh so much because you know, I remember that guy Chris String over at the game business. You know, like I have no real opinion about that guy, but like this is my only real negative opinion is that like he was like snarking about Colin saying that Concord cost $400 million, and saying no video game could ever cost $400 million, and immediately a bunch of games started coming out that cost $400 million. And then also Stephen Totilo reported like 2 weeks later, like, oh yeah, Black Ops 7 cost like 300, 200, $400 million. And it's like, you know, you cannot believe Colin and Concord's cost, right? I think that's fine. But like to come out and snarkily say to come out and say like you know that no game could ever cost $400 million is ridiculous. You know, like you can just say like, I don't think it costs $400 million. I'm like, okay, yeah, I can believe that, right?
Yep.
But to come out and like put your balls on the line and say no game will ever cost $400 million, and immediately games start costing $400 million. That's what rubs me the wrong.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's kind of like a dismissive, arrogant attitude, I suppose.
Yeah.
I know at Xbox they announced, well, it's officially announced now, Persona 6. We didn't see anything of it. Basically, we just know it's the color green. Seems a ways off still, though.
Kind of don't care. I'm not a huge Persona fan. I love Persona 4. Persona 4 was life-changing. Persona 5 also was potentially life-changing. I love Persona 5. I'm not dissing Persona 5 at all. I just played it like way later than everyone else. But awesome game. Incredible game. Gotta see more. I need more than a logo. I think the green looks ugly, but it was always going to be green. It was always going to be green.
Yeah.
It was always going to be the green game. So we'll see how it looks. But I'm kind of hoping it's not high school students again, you know?
Sure. Yeah, I'm sure it will be. I think it'd be cool if they did like college or something else.
College would be nice, you know? But, that's a world that we don't really know a lot of. Japanese universities, you know, the college life system there.
Sure.
That'd be interesting. And you know, potentially exciting because it would like maybe it would like even lead into like what the other protagonists of Persona are doing, you know. But again, we really don't know anything. So
yeah,
obviously exciting news, but you know, I'll be excited once we start seeing stuff. So
yeah. I'm trying to think anything else. Xbox.
Oh, Dragon Quest 12 was.
Oh, we haven't talked about that. Yeah, I forgot.
Well, was that a state of play?
No, that was at their own thing. That happened a little bit before that stuff.
Yeah. That looks weird. That looks weird too. And we also didn't see a lot. We saw zero combat. So
No, yeah, we just saw him running and jumping.
we
That's
just saw him running, and people were like, "Oh my god, he's got a jump button!" It's like, okay, you guys didn't play Dragon Quest 11 because they had a jump button there too. So calm down, guys. Uh, but yeah, also exciting. Also another game that we need to see more of. A lot of fucking games, man. We're barely seeing anything else.
I know.
Man.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's nice that we got so much of Fable, and like everything we saw of Fable, all the information I saw was very reassuring.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Very excited for that. We got our release date for Castlevania, Belmont's Curse. I think it's like October, like 15th or something like that. It's like mid-October, so pretty soon. Spyro, A Realm Reborn, a new Spyro game. I haven't really played the Spyro game, so I have no attachment, but I think that's cool. I would like to play through them someday. So
they're good. They're
very good. There.
They fucking control amazing.
Cool.
That's the one thing.
And that's kind of like the big hitters for Xbox. Let's go to Keeley Show really quick. Let's start with Resident Evil Veronica now. Not Code Veronica, just Veronica. What'd you think? Did you see any of that?
Yeah, I did. I saw the whole Keeley Show. So,
yeah, that's right, you did. Okay,
yeah. This is the one that I'm most informed on. New Veronica was coming. I like that it's called Resident Evil Veronica RE5 even, right? It's REV, right?
They're trying to they're like it's as important as a mainline one. I'm like, yeah, it is.
It always was.
Yeah.
Like, it always was kind of like if I'm not mistaken, I remember that they were kind of positioning that to be RE5. But then they were like, well, it's on the Dreamcast though, so it's got to be like a spin-off or whatever.
Yeah, because it came out before 4.
Came out before 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it the same year as 3? I can't remember. I'll have to look at this.
It came out maybe shortly after 3, yeah. Oh, that's right. It was supposed to be RE3, I think.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what it is. So 2000, February 3rd.
Yeah.
I'll see Resident Evil 3.
I think it was supposed to be RE3, and then they just made Jill become the protagonist, and Nemesis was originally supposed to be the spin-off title. This is all fuzzy memory.
Yeah, 99 was 3.
Okay, yeah. But now it's kind of taking place in its proper place, as in the main line of the remake series. You know, there are basically two timelines to Resident Evil now.
Yeah,
and the remake series is its own timeline. Happy to see Claire Redfield back. Chris is going to be a huge deal.
Dude, we haven't seen remake Chris yet.
You haven't seen remake Chris at all, really. I mean, we've seen it. Yeah, we've seen him in Village.
We've seen him in like the more like new, I guess, that are continuing the original timeline. But like the remake series, we haven't seen him yet.
We have not seen him in the remake series. So he's probably going to be, like nice and chunky.
Jacked,
yeah. He's going to be. Gonna be nice and burly.
Cigarettes, yeah. He's gonna have all that shit.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what the island looks like, and everything, like what the gameplay is gonna look like. It's gonna be in all third person, which is interesting.
Yep.
Kind of makes it easier to make, because I feel like RE9 with mixing up the first person and third person must have been really hard to do, especially considering how well they did that. Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, again, we didn't see much, but Claire looks fantastic. Oh my god, she looks fucking super hot, dude.
Yeah, she looks great.
Like, she's like, oh, you want beautiful women in video games? Here you go. Here is the best possible version of Claire we can make. And it's like, damn, she looks fucking good. Chris is gonna look like a hottie too.
Yeah, everyone's gonna be beautiful.
I mean, yeah, it's Resident Evil, man. This is supermodels versus zombies. So.
Let's just move on to Resident Evil, or not Resident Evil, Final Fantasy VII. Revelations, Gene, the final part of the remake trilogy. What'd you think?
I love this announcement. I love that it happened. It looks fantastic. The more I think about Revelations and what's going to happen in it, the more I'm excited to get. It's kind of like, again, the Ocarina of Time thing, right? It's like, dude, this is where like the real shit in Final Fantasy VII happens. This is like this is the real true heart of the story. This is the heart of the story. This is where all the action is. This is where the most exciting shit happens. I mistakenly said on Twitter that it's actually 2/3 of the story. I forget that Disc 3 of Final Fantasy VII was mostly just the ending, and like the post game stuff. But still, like all the post game stuff, Like every not even post game, but like end game stuff. Like everything. The rest of Final Fantasy VII is here. I'm excited for the idea that it's going to be like pretty open world and you can like decide different things to go to. Like that's awesome because remake was painfully linear, right? It was basically a hallway game, right? Rebirth was not, but it was a pretty linear game where you're going around and following Sephiroth through it, right? There's no real different paths you can take.
Yeah, you're like, going in the order the game wants you to go in, pretty much.
Exactly, and it's like that sounds awesome to break out the game to and then I hear that Midgar is going to be playable.
Yeah, you're gonna be able to go back.
That's crazy.
I don't know how much, but like, yeah, you do go back in the story. So
even if you just go back to Wall Market and like one of the sectors or whatever like that, like that, like if you just walk in there, like walk up to Midgar, like they open up the map and you can just go in there and all of a sudden it loads into the FF7 remake maps.
Crazy.
Like I doubt it's gonna be seamless, like the way you can walk into Calm, which is beautiful. Oh my god, the fact that you can just walk into Calm or Cosmos Canyon, like that like Rebirth itself is a miracle. The fact that you can just climb up a goddamn mountain, cross a bridge, and seamlessly walk into a motherfucking Cosmo Canyon, man. Yeah, like that shit is like that shit. The fact that even exists in 2023 or 2024, let alone 2026, is amazing. I doubt that that's how Midgar is going to work, and I would be completely happy with that. Just let me walk up to the double doors outside the fucking glass dome that they have there, the steel doors, and then warp into the remake maps, and I'd be completely happy. I was like, I get it. If they somehow make it seamless, that'd be fucking amazing, man. But I doubt they did that, and if they didn't, that's fine. That's totally fine. But
yeah,
the fact that like it sounds like this is going to be the Final Fantasy VII game to get for sure.
Yeah, that sense of. I mean, because you and me are old enough, we remember the original and like just how big that game felt when it came out. Massive freedom kind of thing. Maybe we'll get that feeling again from it. Especially them showing the high wind and like you being able to, I guess, seamlessly jump off it and kind of land wherever you want. Seems pretty cool. Very Tears of the Kingdom style.
Yeah, I'm kind of over the whole Fortnite parachuting. You know, I'm obviously not Fortnite didn't invent it, but you know, you can't help but think about Fortnite when you're dropping into dropping into an area. But also Tears of the Kingdom. You know, like everyone's just doing a dive from the sky, the skydive thing, and it's like I kind of wish that they figure out some other way. But you know, I understand that it's a pretty hard problem to have to land that big ass high wind anywhere in the world. So it's like.
It's too big.
So I thought that there'd be like, you know, like little landing pads, and that's how they would like enforce the linearity of the game. Where it's like, okay, well, you have to land here if you want to walk into, this area. But you know, the skydiving thing does give more freedom. So I'm like, that's kind of cooler. So you know, I like gameplay wise, that is cooler. So so I have to give him that. So
yeah, because I'm thinking about like how they'll use that with the weapons, maybe like jumping off, landing on a weapon or something, and fighting it. I don't know, because I'm like, how are you gonna handle those weapon fights? Is what I'm really curious about, because those are huge.
I'm a little worried because they said that it looks like that the weapons fights are going to be puzzle fights, and it's like the remake trilogy has been pretty bad about puzzles. So you know,
yeah, we'll see.
It's like. Hopefully they'll be fun to replay.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Definitely. Anything else at Keeley's that you can think of? I'm not really sure.
It's already been a while.
I'll try to see if I can find anything.
I don't really care about Control Resonant anymore. It's like, let me just play it, you know?
Stellar Blade, what'd you think of that?
I don't like the new character. I agree with Asmongold even that she looks young. But the fight combat looks really good.
Yeah,
the melee combat looks really good, and it's like shit. Like, I don't know if I'll play day one, but you know, I'll wait for the reviews and see what's up.
Okay.
Kind of annoying that it's not Eve again. Actually, like it's like you know, like I was barely kind of starting to like Eve, and it's like I kind of want to continue her story. So we'll see. I don't know why I'm actually care about the story, because Stellar Blade's one story like sucked, but
Yep.
but it got really good towards the end. So it's like
it picks up at the end. Yeah,
it does pick up at the end. So it's like I kind of wanted to pick up that thread versus like just a new character. And it's like, oh, it's just a reboot of Stellar Blade. It seems like.
I'm sure Eve will show up at some point in the game.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it's part of the story, and we'll
something.
find out. And
yeah,
but. But that said, though, the combat does look cool. AI generated, whatever. I mean, like the dude probably loves Gen AI more than anyone else in the games industry. So
yeah, I've been hearing from people that like AI is way more embraced in other parts of the world. I don't know, like in Korea,
completely.
China.
Okay. I do have a. I'm still reviewing Crimson Desert, but I did interview a professor of pop culture over at the university in Korea. And he says, "Oh, there's no debate here about AI. There's no
stigma.
There's no AI skepticism here. It's all in, from the government to the schools to the parents to the kids to your local mom and pop. The local mom and pop stores are creating Gen AI ads to talk about their sales and everything like that. So it's like it's completely like the whole society is bought in. The kids' textbooks are generated by AI to the point where they had to pull it back because the textbooks were getting shit wrong. So, because even if they're all in on AI, the tech is still pretty bad sometimes.
Yeah.
So there is that.
Let me ask you about two more things quickly. First, Tifa and Street Fighter.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. We always thought that she was going to be in Tekken.
I know. I saw that. I was like, dude, get owned, Tekken fans. Tekken fans are going through it right now.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but I think that like that rumor was so real that it actually was about to happen, and then they moved to but she looks great though.
Yeah, she looks cool.
Animation is fantastic. So,
last game, Gen Atlas. This is Fumito Ueda's game.
Oh my god, dude! I don't even want to think about that game because like that's another game that I don't even want to like look at until it's out.
Cool.
Because it's like, dude, but like what I did see was like that is so hype.
With people on this network, I really don't know what they're gonna say about Ueda games because I fucking love all of his games. But some people on this network don't appreciate all of his games like you and I do.
I don't understand what issue they have with Ueda games when it is on paper that Ueda games inspired not only Uncharted, but Last of Us and God of War. Like all your Sony games,
Dark Souls.
Yep. Like where does this like anti-Ueda sentiment come from when like your favorite creators worship the guy and recognize that he is one of the most inspirational and influential game creators of our time?
Yeah, he is.
I don't understand this network's problem with him.
Okay, well, at least I can gush with you about Ueda, so that's good.
Yes, that's what I'm here for. So
okay,
if you ever need me, call me for the Gen Atlas Willercast. Oh my god, dude.
Oh yeah, you and me, dude. All of that shit, absolutely.
Oh my god, dude.
So, but yeah, that game looks incredible. Super
looks
excited.
So good, man. It looks way better than like what I thought Last Guardian was gonna be like. Because like Last Guardian, I was like, I kind of don't want a puzzle game, know. And I still never really played that. I should.
Oh, you haven't played Last Guardian? Yeah, you should play
it. I played a little bit of it, but I got bored because I kind of didn't want a puzzle game. So that's why Gen Atlas is like, oh, this is an anime Gundam mech action game, but like it looks just as lonely as the other games. Hell yeah, dude, sign me up.
Cool. All right, I guess that'll be it for us. Just catching up on SGF kind of time.
State of Play, God of War, Laufey.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about that. Yeah, what'd you think? God of War.
People are saying that it has the same combat and the same moves as Kratos, and people are like, no, look at the animation though. It's like, no, you don't understand though, man. Like you can easily see that it's the same gameplay combat of God of War Ragnarok, just kind of transferred over to Laufey.
Yeah, of course.
But with a launcher, right? So that's where the DMC comparisons come from. I think the combat looks the most boring out of the whole thing.
Okay.
It's the thing I'm least excited about, which sucks because God of War is all about combat, right? But I am really interested in the story. I am really intrigued by the fact that it's not a prequel. I love that. That it's a purgatory or a hell of other gods. Love that.
Cool concept.
So story wise, I'm totally in. Gameplay wise, they're gonna need to show more, especially since it's gonna have another fucking talking sidekick. My hottest take is that to be clear, I think Mimir is a great character. I think he's awesome as a lore master. I think the character development he goes through in Ragnarok is awesome. I think he brings some of the best moments in Ragnarok, right? That being said, I fucking hate that he's always on you all the time and he's always talking all the
Can't get a
time. I
break
hate
from
that,
him.
you know. So like when it was Atreus and like Mimir, like as soon as Mimir joined, like even in 2018, I was like, God damn it, now I have to listen to two of these fuckers talking the whole time, you know. And then that's just the whole series. It's just two people fucking yapping at you the whole time, right?
Yeah.
And then they're gonna do the same thing with Lao Fei. It's just two fucking people, the sword and the fucking cube, just yapping at you the whole time. And it's like, God.
Yeah, I totally understand that. I guess like the weird thing for me about it is, and it just depends. Okay, I am hoping that once you start actually playing the game and getting in the game, you'll start to actually care about the characters. That's the big thing to me. They can make me care about them. And I kind of like having like the party aspect. It reminds me of like a JRPG, Gene.
It does. I did like that in Ragnarok, yeah. But like when you have what's his face joining you alongside Atreus and whatever, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. That does kind of feel like a Final Fantasy, you know?
Yeah, but yeah, I'm like, I think it'll be cool. I'm not like super hyped for it or anything like that, but I think when it comes out, I'll be excited to play it. Just right now, just not like super excited right now. What do you think of Wolverine?
Looks okay. Looks good. Tokyo looks amazing. Looks about as what I expected, honestly. I think I they didn't show any Jean Grey being playable, right?
No.
Okay, good. I hope it stays that way. But it's a Sony first party game. You can absolutely be sure there's going to be one mission where Wolverine is out of commission.
Yeah.
And then suddenly the camera pans. Oh my God, you're Jean Grey now, poggers. Oh my God, you're a completely different character. And she's a woman even. So, oh my God, I've never experienced anything like this before other than The Last of Us and Metal Gear Solid 2 and God of War and every other game. I hope that the game is called Wolverine. Just focus on Wolverine, please.
Yeah.
I think it kind of looks ugly. I kind of hate like it looks beautiful, right? Obviously animated and runs poorly, but I don't like the
visual style.
The visual style, you know.
Gotcha.
Like it looked great for Spider-Man, and Spider-Man was awesome, but it's like, and I didn't get being consistent with Wolverine. But I think I'm just over the semi-realistic Marvel style with the leather coats and like the whatever like that. It's like, you know, like I think most of that stems from I think Jean Grey looks terrible. I think actually,
yeah.
Like let me step back. I think the game looks great.
She's got the PlayStation.
I think Jean Grey looks terrible.
Yeah, for females.
Yeah, the like women look pretty bad. Her outfit looks bad. She's wearing a black coat, and I get it. This is not a timeline where the X-Men exist yet. So obviously Jean Grey is probably just some, you know, rogue, a character, quote unquote rogue character, you know. So we'll see. But of course I'm excited for it. I think the combat looks great. The blood looks nice and chunky. So, you know, that's always good.
Cool.
I think that's about it, really.
Yeah, let me see what you think of these. Until Dawn 2.
I don't fucking care.
Okay.
So
I don't really care. I actually think it looked pretty interesting, but I don't really care about games like that.
Nope.
So shout out to the fans of that.
Yeah, Wolf Among Us 2, I don't care either. Although I know that Wolf Among Us fans have been waiting this for a long time. So shout out to the fans for getting that.
Micah's a huge fan.
Yeah, Micah's been winning. I'm just over Telltale Games and like that gameplay style in general.
Yeah,
but I get that it's still popular, it's still good, and Wolf Among Us I hear is one of the best. I might get to it someday. But.
Yeah. Last game I'll ask you about Silent Hill Townfall.
Didn't really see much about it. Yeah, I kind of, you know, it's Silent Hill, and I'm back into the Silent Hill fold. Silent Hill 2 is actually kind of aged better for me. And I liked it when it came out. I was like, this is a good remake, right? But then like now I'm like, I'm kind of appreciating it as its own thing much better. And Silent Hill F was excellent, and Chronos: The New Dawn was excellent too. So, cool. And that's all Bloober team. Yeah. So I'm super excited for whatever Bloober's working on next, and obviously Townfall is different. But
yeah, this is from Screenburn Interactive.
Yes. So we'll see. Silent Hill is kind of on a roll,
yeah,
so
it is.
I'm cheering for it.
September 24th, so pretty close. All right. I guess that's it for all the Summer Game Fest thing. I can't think of anything else really off the top of my head.
Yeah, pretty good summer. I think all the reviews were pretty darn good.
Pretty exciting. Something for everybody.
I get that Nintendo's might have been even the most disappointing because it's like, you want like the big next tentpole game coming out.
Sure.
And then that one seems to be Ocarina of Time, really. But they're cooking.
Yeah, they're cooking.
Worried. Yeah, they're probably going to drop something crazy like come fall. So we'll see.
All right, Gene, let's actually talk about some video games here that we've been playing. We're gonna do Death Stranding 2 first, which you've been revisiting. I assume you're playing this on PC.
Mm-hmm.
Let me read this from Ding Dong really quick before we get into it.
Ding Dong.
Welcome back, Gene. What made you come back to the absolute cinema that is DS2? I put 100 hours in and got the platinum on PlayStation. I got my friend to play DS1 and 2 back to back on Steam, and he was able to explain all the Metal Gear references to me. I love the game for all the wacky characters and drama, especially Rainy. Who knew we needed a Japanese pregnant woman who has the power to make it rain on her constantly? Love you guys. And how about just a good old fashioned boss fight? Also, I'll read this from Drew D. Hey guys, hope you're well. Gene, welcome back. My question for you is, if you were put into Death Stranding as an NPC Sam delivered to, what would be your NPC's name? Reporter Man, Cancer Beater Upper Man, Hurts to Climb Stairs and Cough Man? Hope you're feeling better and can come back to show more often. All right, Gene, let's do that one. You're in Death Stranding.
I think Gene Parkman is just fine.
Gene Parkman?
Yeah, Gene Parkman. And what brought me back to this game? I am playing it on Steam, and I have beaten it again on Steam. And man, it looks amazing with the ray tracing upgrades. Looks fantastic. What got me back into playing DS2 was hanging out with Kojima for a week the other week.
Yeah, talk to me about that.
Yeah, so some of you might have heard, but there was an AI-generated trailer that Nicholas Winding Refn, the director of Drive and other wonderful movies, including the upcoming Her Private Hell starring Sophie Thatcher, Kojima, they were promoting an event by Prada called Prada Mode. And it was a generated AI trailer of Nicholas Refn and Kojima flying through a spaceship, crashing on an alien planet, and then a blonde woman helps them out, fixes their ship, lifts it out of the swamp, Yoda style, and then they go along their way. They discover the Hotel Chelsea in New York City. They land and they decide to stay there, and that's the whole story of the Gen AI trailer. And all the games media and a bunch of people, reactionary people, were like, "Oh my God, Kojima's so washed," blah blah blah. He's totally into AI, blah blah blah. But before all that happened, I had heard about this product thing happening, and I heard that it was coming in New York. And just a couple of weeks before it happens, June. It opens June 2nd, right? And just a couple of weeks before June, I was like, "Wait, Kojima's gonna be in New York? What the fuck? I should just go up and say hi." So this wasn't even a story or anything like that. It turned into a story.
Mm-hmm.
But it started with I should just go up and say hi to Kojima in New York while he's here. So I emailed Kojima and Kojima Productions and say, "Hey, there's this whole Prada event going on, man. Like, can I get in, or can I at least come up and say hi? Like, can I take some 10 minutes to say hi to Kojima? That's about it, right?" And they were like, "Oh, let's get back to you." And then Prada emails me and it's like, "We'd love to invite you to the event." And I'm like, "Perfect." And they thought it was kooky because it's like, "Oh, we've never had like a game journalist attend a Prada event before."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, I'm not really a game journalist anymore. I'm covering all kinds of different things, culture, stuff like that." So it's actually perfect for me. It has nothing to do with video games. It's awesome. And then so sure enough, I got to, this is all out of my own pocket. The company couldn't afford this. But I stayed at the Hotel Chelsea, which is, often voted as New York's best hotel, but it's definitely the most iconic hotel. Do you know about the Hotel
Let me look
Chelsea?
it up. I don't. Damn, it doesn't sound familiar off the top of my head.
If it doesn't sound familiar, you don't really. I guess you don't really pay attention to like the old classic rock and roll heroes. But
Definitely
you've
not
heard of
New
Sid.
York rock and roll heroes, I guess. Like New
Yeah, not
York
even just New
City.
York, because everyone stayed there.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't know.
So Bob Dylan, who is my favorite artist of all time, stayed there often.
Mm.
Old beat poets from the 1950s, Allen Ginsberg, Jack Kerouac, they stayed there. But also all the rock stars. You know who Sid Vicious is, right?
Yeah.
It's like Sex Pistols.
Yeah.
You know the incident of Sid and Nancy where he was arrested for stabbing his girlfriend.
I know about that. I know who they are, but like,
That happened in the hotel.
okay.
That happened in a hotel. He OD'd, blacked out, and when he woke up, he found his 20-year-old girlfriend. He's only 21 too. 20-year-old girlfriend in the bathtub with multiple stab wounds, dead.
Damn.
And that all happened in a hotel. 2001: A Space Odyssey was written at the hotel.
Cool.
A lot of great works of the 20th century were created. Andy Warhol directed a lot of movies at the hotel. So iconic hotel. The Rolling Stones stay there all the time. A lot of people just live there, right? So this is an iconic hotel, and it's one that Refn always felt attached to, and Kojima because of that history that they've always felt attached to. So we all stayed at this hotel. And sure enough, there was no Gen AI at all at this event whatsoever. It was all analog. I walk into my hotel room, this beautiful Victorian style bedroom, and on my bed is a silver box, and I open it up, and there is a Walkman tape player and 4 cassette tapes. And my invitation to the event was a cassette tape. And they said, don't listen to this until you get to the room. And it's just a soundtrack of music from this company from Milan called Cam Sugar that created like sci-fi music soundtracks and disco music and everything like that. And then on the 4 cassette tapes is audio of Kojima and Refn and other people all speaking in their own native languages, and we're not meant to like understand that because this event is called Satellites, and we just got out of a whole summer game fest joking about how Kojima and Jeff Keighley were going through a divorce, right? And we always joke about how Jeff and Kojima are like a couple or whatever like that. The joke is that that's not really true. The real relationship is between Nicholas Refn and Kojima. They call each other satellites because they feel that they are 2 drifting spirits in the universe, kind of orbiting around each other, but never really together, right? They don't really understand each other's languages. And Refn calls it the most beautiful relationship and the most agreeable relationship he's ever had because they never fought before. They've never had an argument before because the only way they can have an argument is through a translator, and they just don't do that. They always talk about dreaming about each other, and they talk about like how if they never met, that they would just be dreaming about each other, and then when they met, it felt like that they were meeting that their soul partner. That this is who I was destined to meet. So that's what this whole Prada mode satellites thing is about. It's meant to kind of communicate that friendship. And they do it through music. They do it through languages that they can't understand. They do it all over the hotel. There were TVs set up of Kojima and Refn just talking just whatever in Japanese and in English and in Dutch. It was interesting. And, and I got to hang out with Kojima quite a bit. And as people on Twitter saw, I hung out with Hunter Schafer, hung out with Sophie Thatcher, all of these wonderful celebrities that turned out for the Prada event. They all turned out for Kojima's Big Bash, which is crazy, Charlie D'Amelio, the famous TikToker, was there. I didn't get to say hi, and I kind of didn't want to. Didn't care. There was a lot of Uma Thurman's daughter, Maya Hawke, was there. I didn't even know who she was. Lauren Tsai, who's in Death Stranding 2, was there. All the models. The only person that was not there was Jeff Keighley.
Yeah. So
he was busy doing Summer Game Fest.
Was there no fashion stuff there? Because if this is a Prada event,
It's all fashion.
Okay.
All the workers, just a bunch of models, they're doing photo shoots like in and around the hotel.
Okay.
There are a lot of video shoots, so that's why if you go to Prada's Instagram, you'll see a lot of that content. Hunter Schafer just modeling around the hotel and picking up a cassette tape and listening to it on a Walkman, whatever, you know.
Mm.
They're kind of it's luxury couture of analog technology. You know, they're kind of fetishizing this kind of fetishization of physical media. You know, imagine Dustin. We already congratulated him. Now we can go back to roasting him. Imagine Dustin, worshiping like a physical game or something like that. You know,
Yeah, copy of Tronbon. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, or Klonoa. You know.
Yeah.
And he's just like fingering it like its sides like that. You know, slow mo, like that kind of shit. You know. I mean, I'd be there too. We're like with him. We'd be gangbanging that shit together.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, I'm seeing pictures of this thing now. Okay.
Yeah. So it was definitely fashion. There's no like runway or anything like that. It was just like the whole hotel was a runway. You know, you're walking around, you're being photographed. Like hell, I was photographed. You know, I try to wear what I can too, but there was no gamers there, not a single video gamer. The only gamers there were me, ostensibly Hideo Kojima, because Kojima doesn't really play games a lot either, and Hunter Schafer, who did tell me that she's played Metal Gear, so
nice.
She was a big fan of Metal Gear.
Okay.
So in that environment, I thought the only way to immerse myself in this whole Kojima weirdness, where everything around me is touched by Kojima, it's mostly Refn's event because Refn grew up in New York, but it's supposed to also reflect Kojima's taste as well, right? I thought, what better way than to play Death Stranding 2?
Sure.
So I brought my Steam Deck because Death Stranding 2 is now Steam Deck verified, and you do play it on all low settings, and it actually does look pretty low. Like there are no shadows on Sam Fisher.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, no, it's not Sam Fisher. Sam Bridges. Sam Fisher. Oh my god.
Hey, he's dead already. Yeah. Leave him be.
I know, man. Come back, Sam Fisher. Sam Bridges. There's no shadow on him. The lighting is terrible, but it's playable. Actually, it runs at 30 frames per second, and I could play through it. So I couldn't sleep too. So because I was so kind of excited about being at the hotel. It's been a lifelong dream of mine to stay at the hotel, and Kojima's there too. I was excited to see him again. And we hugged when I got to see him. It was really awesome. And we got to joke around and just chat for a bit. But I thought there's no better time than to revisit Death Stranding 2. I like Death Stranding 2 because I like there's no real game. There's no real sci-fi game like it. There's no real sci-fi game with this much budget and AAA like technology behind it. I love the lighting of Death Stranding. The very soft neon lights. It's very moody. In Death Stranding 2, you can upgrade the freeways to have like little street lamps.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you get to the max level, then they basically have a whole shield over the highway. If you've ever done that.
To protect it from rain.
Yeah, to protect everything from the rain, which is kind of pointless. The rain doesn't do that much damage. I mean, I guess it'll be helpful on the new To the Wilder difficulty, which I haven't played at all.
Oh, right, yeah.
Which I might try. But who knows? Whatever. But I just love the technology and the mood of Death Stranding and Death Stranding 2. You just don't really see it in a lot of AAA games, other than, and this is going to be a weird comparison to make, Marathon.
No, I can understand that.
Right. So I don't like Marathon, and you play Marathon, right? Mm-hmm. You play Marathon with the boys, right? And you enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah, I really
right?
like Marathon.
Yeah. I don't like it because I don't want to have to play with other people. I don't want to play with the boys. I don't want to coordinate with that. So then I tried playing solo, and I have just simply never won a match of Marathon. So I'm freely admitting this is a complete skill issue. I'm sure Marathon is a great game. I'm going to take your guys' word for it. It's just a skill issue for me. I suck at Marathon. I probably should be playing with other people, right? I think that's the way the game should be meant to be played. So again, it's a skill issue. I'm not playing the game the way it should be played. Marathon's not a game for me, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
But there's a lot about Marathon I do like. Obviously, the art style, one of them. And like this AAA weird sci-fi tech that you don't see. That's kind of like anime, like modern anime, like Western anime, right?
Yeah.
And that's what Death Stranding and Death Stranding 2 essentially is. It's high budget anime, you know?
Yeah, it's very Japanese still. Very. All
very
the design,
Japanese.
all the mech designs and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, all the robot designs, all the car designs, all the light designs. But the gun designs, I really like the gun design in Death Stranding 2. They look like Marathon guns. They're very blocky, right?
Yeah.
They're very much squares. And they have all these like weird logos on the side and everything like that. And like these very high contrasting colors of white and yellow or green or blue or red and white, you know? And so I'm playing Death Stranding 2, and it's like I'm going into camps to get resources, and I'm extracting them, you know? And it's like, shit, dude, like this is a single player extraction game that I've always kind of wanted, where it's like I'm Sam I was in the Sam Bridges.
Yeah.
I'm Sam Bridges diving into this like just bombing into this camp, getting all these metals and whatever, all these materials that I need to build my freeway, killing everybody, fighting everybody, doing melee combat. And the combat in Death Stranding 2 is way more improved than in part 1. It's closer to Phantom Pain, although not quite. But you know, stealth is more viable. You know, I have a sniper tranquilizer rifle. You know, because you unlock that by doing the deliveries. So I can snipe people from afar, and I can just go into this camp, get shit, extract it, and then deliver it back to the people that need it. You know, or back to the freeway that needs it. So it's like Death Stranding 2 doesn't even become just a walking sim anymore. It's like it's all of a sudden it's a single player extraction game for me, and I love it. So that's why I've been playing Death Stranding 2 a lot. Not even just because of the Kojima-ness of everything that I just explained, but that was what led to it. But it's like it's kind of giving me an appreciation of Death Stranding 2 as it's like this is where I'm getting my marathon extraction fix. This is where I'm getting my sci-fi modern sci-fi.
Yeah, you're getting something else out of the game you didn't expect. I guess you're looking at it a completely different way, which I think is really cool, dude. I really like that.
Yeah. And it's like, and it's kind of like Phantom Pain, where it's like Phantom Pain. You're if you people don't, you know, and I forget the gameplay loop of Phantom Pain a lot, but you're going into these camps or you're going into these bases and you're kind of looting them for resources, right? You're trying to get them. You're trying to get resources to send back to Mother Base, or you're trying to extract people, right? You're trying to build up your party or your staff back at home. So. It's you know, Kojima was doing extraction before it was popular.
Yeah.
I think Death Stranding 2 is a little underrated in terms of you know, even the story. I really enjoyed the story quite a bit. I know that it's very predictable and it's really hokey, but I think, you know, again, I like that stuff. I like when things are predictable and hokey and campy, and DS2 as well as that. But you know, really my appreciation for Death Stranding 1 and Death Stranding 2 is that it's really the only game that kind of mixes AAA Western production value with this Japanese style of gameplay, you know, and this Japanese style of presentation, this Japanese style of technology. And I think it's awesome. And, you know, it's really only like what Final Fantasy and they're like, you know, Resident Evil doesn't do tech, you know. Resident Evil is all blood and guts, you know.
Yeah.
Resident Evil might do tech sometimes, like for example, some of the guns or
Yeah.
You know,
it's not like sci-fi usually though. You don't think
it's not sci-fi. It's not sci-fi. It's monsters and guts versus robots and like, you know. That's why I love Resident Evil's the Umbrella Labs Nest, you know. Because you know, and I know people don't really like the new Nest design because, you know, they might like the grimy version of Nest in the original games. But once I got to RE2 remake and I got to the lab issue, I was like, the lab area, I was like, man, this is so beautiful. The reflective floors, all the white and everything like that.
Yeah.
I was like, I want I actually wouldn't mind a Resident Evil game that takes place all in labs. Actually, and unfortunately, Code Veronica is not going to be that because there's a lot of mansion in that too.
They could have labs though or more.
It could have labs though because there is a whole like facility side to it, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see. But I love the new the lab in Resident Evil Requiem. I thought that looked so sick too.
Yeah, it did.
So it's like that's the only way I can get like this Japanese tech of AAA, And like what other games do this? And the Japanese side, not really a lot.
Japanese side,
right?
Yeah. I mean, occasionally we got things like Vanquish, I guess, where I could think of like more futuristic sci-fi.
Yeah, but not lately though. Not even like the last like 6 or 7 years.
I guess like Xenoblade kind of has some of that stuff.
So I love Xenoblade, but Xenoblade is still pretty old. It's Wii U. It's a Wii U. They're Wii U games, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't think of it off the top of my head. I'm sure there's examples, but I can't think.
Yeah, Armored Core is probably the other one, right?
There you go. Yeah,
but it's like Armored Core is like not that like it's gorgeous, but it's not like AAA. It doesn't have Kojima budget,
No, it's not Kojima.
It's gorgeous. Like some of the levels are way more beautiful than even anything in Death Stranding. Don't get me wrong, but like Kojima level of budget is like there's a consistency of detail that I think Colin mentions it all the time too. It's like I forget what phrases he uses, but like there's just like this detail that's like everywhere in the game that you just don't get in other Japanese games. Other than Final Fantasy.
Yeah, there's like an insane amount of like polish and sheen, I guess I would say, from him. And his stuff, where you're just like, whoa, everything is like immaculate kind of thing. Yeah,
I'm even addicted with just like going into like the rooms, private rooms, and the way the elevator goes down. Just like, and then you sink down into the private room, and the room itself is awesome too. Like, shit, man, we're missing this from Japanese devs. Actually, I feel like, and I mean, shout out to Japanese devs. That's why they're able to produce games a lot faster, right? But like Horizon Zero Dawn, like I love the tech in the Horizon series, but it's very westernized.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Like it's all part and parcel with guys murping it up and it's like. But I want the seriousness of a Kojima game with the sci-fi, and we're only getting that through Death Stranding, and that's why I kind of play these games obsessively every once in a while.
I imagine Fizzant, his next game, will have some cool elements like that.
It's gonna be pure fetishization. Please, I needed to be so horny over tanks and robots and guns.
Yeah,
like that scene in Snake Eater where like Big Boss is just overturning a gun. It's like, oh my god,
the detail,
the detail, the
obsessing over something, yeah,
obsessing over that. Like I need that level of obsession. I need military for the fetishization. I need that.
Yeah, it's like MGS4 had a lot of that. I remember that kind of feeling. Yeah,
Drebin. Like there's a whole character based on loving guns. Dude, like MGS. Yeah, I can't wait for Metal Gear Collection 2.
Yeah.
We're finally gonna get MGS4. We're gonna get 60 FPS, man.
Off PS3.
Yeah, and I've never emulated that. I've actually been, fun side adventures that I've gotten back into emulation. I was emulating on the Steam Deck, which is great. But now that I have my supercomputer, I can actually emulate and just freely just explore the whole area without having to deal with Linux issues all the time and trying to make sure that the emulators speak well with Linux. Versus I can just download shit.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But I can't wait for MGS4 because that game fucking fetishizes guns like crazy. That is the most gun crazy Metal Gear game, absolutely, because that is the end game of that game. If you don't know, it's like you want to collect all the guns, and collecting guns in that game is like collecting Pokemon. Like it's like, oh shit, there's that rare gun, I gotta get it.
Yeah, it's sick. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to the next game, Gene, which I played a little bit of at Summer Game Fest, which is Onimusha: Way of the Sword. So I played this there for like 30 minutes, I want to say. There was a demo that came out as well for the public. What I played, though, at Summer Game Fest is a different section than that demo. Yeah. I did play the demo, the public demo. The demo is definitely earlier in the game very early in the game. But this, what I played, takes place a little bit after, I'm going to say. It's kind of like in the same region. Like basically in the first demo, you get to like a town. And this, what I played, is like you were in this kind of town. And it's, of course, all overrun by demons and stuff like that. And people are killed. But you play as Miyamoto Musashi, who is a real historical figure in Japan. But it took place, like I said, kind of in this overrun village. And what I played is I had to find these 3 statues pretty much for like a spirit. Very classic Onimusha things, you know, talking to some ancient spirit, doing things like that. So you're going around the town, fighting guys, collecting all that kind of stuff. And of course, there's a demon running rampant in this area, which you eventually fight as a boss fight. What's really interesting to me about Onimusha is if you played the old ones on the PS2, you'll remember it is like kind of a Resident Evil game, kind of in terms of its presentation, but it doesn't play like a Resident Evil game. It is a more slower, I wouldn't say methodical version of Devil May Cry, maybe, but it's definitely a lot slower than Devil May Cry. Same perspective, all that kind of stuff. But they've done a lot of stuff into this game to kind of modernize it, I guess, for quote the modern audience. But it just has a lot of modern trappings that I think actually work really well here, and kind of evolving stuff from past Onimusha games. Like I'm trying to remember what it's called, but that attack gene that's in the old Onimusha games. Isen, yes, that is back here as well. Super fun, of course, to do as well. Feels really satisfying. Really tight window. Basically what it is, listeners, is if you don't know, is right before you get hit by an enemy attack, if you attack them right before it hits you, you'll do like a crazy counter attack and do a ton of damage to them. And it's a really tight window, but it's really satisfying. It's a nice skill ceiling kind of move to do there.
That's kind of the heart of the game. That's kind of the heart of the combat.
Yeah, it's a big part of the game, definitely. But you don't have to do it necessarily. Like I feel like some of the old Onimusha games, maybe for some of the boss fights near the end, you definitely want to be able to nail that. It'll make it a lot easier. But of course, there's a lot more mechanics in this Onimusha game compared to those.
Your classic parries, your blocks.
Yeah, you got your parry. So there's multiple parries. There's a normal parry. If you just block the right time, your sword, you'll do some like cool reflect, and your sword will turn blue. It'll turn on fire, basically. And basically, when you attack enemies, you'll get more blue orbs, which are used to use like Oni weapons, basically. Like the old Onimusha games, you had different weapons you could use. But from this, what I played, I only had like a main katana as your starting, like the main weapon, but you have a sub weapon that you activate with R1 that by filling up your meter. Think of like a fighting game. You're just burning meter essentially.
Yeah.
And what I had was these 2 daggers that just do a cool combo. I saw later on, they showed a presentation of the game as well, where they had like the wind glaive from 2. It looked very much like that. I didn't get to mess with that kind of stuff though, but that seems to be in there, which is cool. You have a parry where if you push X at the same time, you'll kind of push them back and do a ton of stagger damage, which is of course super important because everyone has stagger meters. So you're going to be wanting dealing with that. 6 side dodge, all that kind of stuff. Combos, heavy attack, light attack, all that really good fun stuff. But of course, it's how the game uses all these elements into one. Fighting guys. With the demo I played, there's 2 difficulties, and I did the hardest one they had. I think it's just like the more normal one. And I died once on the boss fight. So if you're used to Sekiro, modern like action from software games, you'll probably be all right. I assume there's gonna be harder difficulties as well, like most Onimusha games. But I fought one boss. Oh, also the town I was in, it's more from the map I saw, it's more open than I recall past Onimusha games. Like basically they show, I don't know if the whole game is fully open world or something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but they show the map, you can zoom out and there's a bunch of things on the map to kind of go towards in like navigation. Maybe it'll be separate maps like The Witcher. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work. But it definitely feels more open from what I remember of past Onimusha games, which could work well. I liked what I played so far. I did one boss fight with this crazy demon, and it was really cool. He did a lot of stick attacks where he was like flying around really fast and spinning at you, almost like Raiden from Mortal Kombat, but just doing like a spin attack. Maybe like more... Who am I trying to think of from Bison? I mean, kind of like Bison, I guess. You know, this
Psycho Crusher, yeah.
Yeah, so that kind of thing. But he had this cool mechanic where he would have these tentacles come up and he'd pick stuff up and throw it at you. But if you shoot him with the bow, like certain tentacles, while he's doing that, the stuff will fall on him. So there is some sort of puzzle elements to these games. But I think if you've enjoyed any of Capcom's games recently, the quality is excellent. Like the Resident Evil games as well, Dragon's Dogma, all their games have been excellent so far. So I'm very happy with what I played. It is different compared to the old Onimushas. I haven't played through 4 Onimusha. What was it, Dawn of Dreams? So I don't really know in terms of that one, but the first 3 I have played through. But I liked what I played greatly. I got very more excited about the game, and it's coming soon. So I'd highly recommend checking the game out, especially the demo. The demo is very easy, and they actually came out and said the game's going to be much harder when it comes out. So if you want to get a taste for the game and the combat, highly recommend. If you like From Software kind of combat, you might enjoy it. Definitely, there's going to be difficulties, so I just want to make that clear. It's not a Souls game, so don't worry about that. But it has really engaging, satisfying combat. Narratively, we'll see where it goes. There's some cool characters in the game so far, some interesting bosses. So I'm definitely excited. Gene, you're an Onimusha guy. I assume you'll be playing as well.
Of course, I played the demo back at New York Comic Con. So the demo that's out now is basically that demo. I haven't played the demo yet because I kind of don't want to.
Yeah, you already played it.
I love demos back in the day, but now that I'm older, I'm like I kind of just want to play the game officially.
Yeah, that's fun.
But the demo was fun. I actually the Capcom rep that watched me play was like, "Oh, you're actually better than most players," because I kind of understood the East End I think pretty well too. But I am looking forward to Onimusha because I have been waiting for a game that does unique sword melee combat. Interesting, and I feel like the only game that's really done that really well is Sekiro. And almost no one else.
Did you ever play For Honor?
I did play For Honor. Okay. That was pretty good.
But I know exactly what you're saying, though. I understand.
Yeah. But just like something that isn't just Souls, and something that isn't just parry and like. So like I love Tsushima Yote and the way they do it. Don't get me wrong. Like it's not like unique, but I love the way they do it, right? But it's like I would love something that's like actually like engaging in a way that Sekiro was, and I feel like Onimusha is finally that other game that is kind of doing something interesting, But yeah, I definitely just want the sword games that aren't just freaking Souls. You just like, hit, roll, dodge, block, hit, parry. Like I want something a little bit more dynamic and back and forth and engaging. And Onimusha is one method of doing it. So it's a Resident Evil game. And Onimusha is a very influential series. If you don't know, God of War probably wouldn't be as good as it is today if it wasn't for Onimusha 3. Go watch David Jaffe's videos on his YouTube about what weird games influenced God of War, and he tells a story about how he went home and played Onimusha 3, and Onimusha 3 is the one with Jean Reno, and that's the one where he has that whip sword, right? And he went back to Santa Monica and he was like, guys, we are fucked. Like there is nothing about our game that is as fun as this. He was like, sit down and play Onimusha 3, and then they played it and they're like, yo, like we got to step our shit up. And that's why the Blades of Chaos feel as good as they do, because they were able to play Onimusha 3 and they were like, we got to level up past this.
Yeah.
So Onimusha, once again proves that Resident Evil is the most influential video game series of the modern age. Because there's all these spin-offs of Resident Evil, Devil May Cry, Onimusha that go on to inspire so many other different genres of games that we love today.
Yeah.
So I'm just happy for Onimusha. Musashi is a cool character. A lot of people started giving me shit because I had issues with Tupac being in Stranger Than Heaven, which I don't. At this point, I don't fucking care anymore. Whatever, let it happen. But they're like, well, what about the Toshida Mifune and Onimusha? And it's like, you don't know who he is? I was like, of course I know who Toshida Mifune is. Of course, if anyone who actually loves classic samurai movies would know who he is. He is the guy, and that's why he's the guy. So it's like even though he is dead, he is still playing a character that he is known to play, a samurai. versus Tupac being in 1930s Japan. So that's my only beef. Like it's just immersion killing to see Tupac in this era versus Mifune, and
Sure.
it's like aren't you guys the same fucking people that complain about what's his face over Assassin's Creed Shadows, calling that immersion breaking? It's like this is worse.
Yeah, I guess it'd be for this Japanese actor being like, it'd be like seeing John Wayne in a Western. I'd be like, all right, I guess.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Clint Eastwood is still alive, miraculously. But if he dies and he ends up in Red Dead Redemption 3, I'm like, that's weird. I don't like dead actors. Period in games.
Sure.
Like I think at a baseline, I think it's weird. So at a baseline, I think that Mifune being there is weird, but it makes sense. I didn't like Tarkin in fucking Star Wars. And they're like, well, what about Tarkin? Yeah. I was like, well,
I don't like
that was around the time I started tapping out Star Wars, so that just made it easier for me to deal with it. Even fucking Leia, Carrie Fisher. But she just died in the middle of that, so that's that's probably the most excusable. It's like, okay, well,
yeah,
she was alive when they were making the game or making the movie. So at a baseline, I just don't like dead actors being revived for games.
Yeah.
But
sure.
Again, just like you said, if John Wayne or showed up in a Western game, if John Wayne showed up in Stranger Than Heaven, I'd be like, that's weird as fuck too. What the fuck is he doing here? Yeah. He's an airport. Why is he here?
Shout out John Wayne Airport.
Shout out John Wayne Airport. It's a good airport.
Yeah, it's my airport, dude. I love that airport.
Yeah, I know it's your airport. Yeah. It's a good airport.
It's a good airport. Like it. Yeah. Shout out, dude.
Yeah. It's a damn good airport.
Yeah.
But that's my only beef. At this point I don't care, and I'll probably play Stranger Than Heaven. But I'm just not that hyped for it anymore. But,
that's a game I haven't been watching anything on, Gene, or looking at whatsoever, because I'm like, I'm not super excited about it because I'm just kind of burnt out on the Yakuza games, and I assume it's just kind of like Yakuza 2.0, which is fine. But I'm hoping when it's like out and I hear probably from like you or other people, like it's worth checking out. I'm like, okay, maybe I'll check it out then.
They have revitalized the combat system. It's completely different.
Okay, cool.
As I understand it, it's like using the shoulder buttons as your left and left and right button. So you really like, if you want to block on your left, you do have to like press the left or something like that.
Yeah.
So it does seem pretty engaging. So that I'll pay attention to. But the RGG project, I'm more excited about is Virtua Fighter for sure. So
yeah, okay,
that looks amazing.
Let's move on. Gene, Hitman Absolution.
Yeah, Hitman Absolution. This is kind of my way of talking about 007 First Light, because I don't think I've talked about it on this network yet.
No, we can just combine this as well.
Let's combine the two, because I'm still making my way through Hitman Absolution, which I played before. I played it back in the day on the Xbox 360.
Ooh.
Old game. I loved it on 360. And I know that Hitman Absolution was divisive, because in terms of Hitman games, this was the most linear one. This was the one where you don't have a lot of choices to do things. As you know, the Hitman.
What numbered was this? I'm trying to remember. Absolution.
I think it was Hitman 5.
Okay.
I think it was supposed to be Hitman 5. But of course, they just give up on that shit eventually, right?
Yes, they did.
It was after Blood Money, I think.
Okay, I'm trying to remember. I think Blood Money I played a lot of. I think
Blood Money's a classic. It's still arguably the best one.
Yeah, I haven't played a lot of Hitman games. I mean, I played the 3 like newer ones, and I played maybe 1 or 2, maybe mostly 1 that I can recall of the OG one or older ones.
Hitman 2 probably. Hitman 2 or Contracts.
I didn't play those. I remember seeing the box, but I don't think I played those off the top of my head. I could be wrong, but I don't recall.
But you didn't play Absolution though, right?
I'd have to look at the levels in it.
There's a hotel level called Terminus. There's a level Hope, South Dakota, the one involving a barbershop.
I don't think so.
There's a beautiful one in Chinatown, and they celebrate Chinese New Year's and everything like that too.
I don't think I've played that one.
So the main mechanical feature that you would know if you play Hitman Absolution is called point shoot, where it's basically like, well, bringing back Sam Fisher again. It's basically like Splinter Cell's blacklist and convictions mark and execute, where you slow down time and then you mark the enemies you want to hit, And you press R trigger, and then you press point and shoot, and it'll basically do a slow motion like shooting of each target that you hit. Kind of like Red Dead Redemption, and the way that you do the market execute there. I forgot what the mechanics called in Red Dead Redemption, but
what's the one with the opera song?
That's Amarita? Hitman Blood Money.
Okay, that's the one I played then. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what
Blood Money is kind of like the peak of the classic series for sure. That's the one with like the suburban area too. You probably
they had a level in like the jungle. I want to say like a drug cartel or something like that.
Yeah. They all have a drug cartel.
Okay, they all do. Yeah.
but the opera house and everything like that. That's intro, Blood Money. Yeah. Oh my god, dude, I love that level so much. But this was not Absolution. Absolution is probably the worst one out of all of them. Like because it is. It's like the weirdly the edgiest, like in the middle of the game, you have to kill a bunch of like nuns with machine guns. Whoa. Like they're all like assassin nuns. This game came out in a time when like Quentin Tarantino Kill Bill was hot, you know, and like you know like cool Western themed stories or like that. So like here you gotta kill a guy named Dexter, and he's got a cowboy hat. And he talks like this, you know, and he likes to kill women. He doesn't think women are of any value whatsoever. And so he becomes like the main guy. And like Hitman is like just made by a bunch of like Danish people who are just really, you know, so it just felt like really awkward that they're trying to do like this Tarantino-esque style of story with Hitman. Hitman's on the run because he you know, this is not a spoiler. This is literally the first thing you see in the fucking game when you turn the game on. He shoots Diana, the woman that he's always been working with.
Right, yeah.
Happens in second one. You know, you haven't even played the game. It's the title screen. The title screen happens. This is the whole premise. It's like Mario being kidnapped or Peach being kidnapped by Bowser. It happens right away. That's an inciting incident. And then so Hitman is basically Agent 47 is basically on the run. And that's why you're being funneled through all these missions where you don't really have a lot of choice. But there are sometimes missions where you do have a lot of choice, where you're like, here is the one of the best levels in the game that I played so far that I got remembered was you're basically in Chinatown, and it's Chinese New Year. So like people are like enamored by the amount of people that you see in 007 First Light, like the chess tournament, like, you know, that kind of opens up the game. Or the nightclub level, right? They're like, oh my god, look at all these NPCs. This is amazing. I was like, dude, even Hitman Absolution, the worst one, had like 2,000, 5,000 NPCs crowded into Chinese New Year. And guess what? You can punch and interact with every single one of those NPCs. Every single NPC is something interactable. So that is like one of the best levels in Hitman Absolution, where it's like, here is this square of people celebrating Chinese New Year, and you got to kill some guys, and you got to figure out like the things that are happening within this square. Like there's a drug deal happening. So it's like, if you want to do that, maybe you should go to that drug dealer's house and see what opportunities are there. You can kill the drug dealer. You can pretend to be the drug dealer. You can even give the guy your target drugs, and you can, lace those drugs with like poison or whatever like that. And so that's when Hitman Absolution is absolutely at its best, when it's like a classic Hitman. And 007 First Light. So here's the thing. 007 First Light is basically Hitman Absolution 2. That's what I'm getting at.
Okay.
It's Hitman Absolution 2 without the point and shoot mechanic, which is kind of lame, but I kind of like it. I like point and shoot mechanics. I love that in Red Dead Redemption, where you can target goal and go, bah, 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 you know?
Yeah.
Like, shit like that. I love that shit. And marketing and executing in the newer Splinter Cell games. I love that shit too. But they took that out and they added much better, amazing melee combat system. 007 has amazing melee combat system. They hired the guy who did the Arkham combat. So, you know, the guy was able to meaningfully evolve his Arkham style combat and turn it into grapples. Like, it's really grapple heavy. I love that about 007 First Light. But in terms of like the pacing, so you're gonna say?
Let me read this question really quick first before you start diving in more. Stu Dog Road said, "What up, gents? Gene, glad you took some time away from crashing out online to come on the show. What do you think of 007 First Light? I just finished the story and I loved it. Way better than I expected in almost every aspect. There is no shortage of classic Bond moments that keep the story moving at a good pace. I'm already looking forward to IO's next game." I'll just get that in there
Well,
before you went.
my impressions of 007 First Light are on the Washington Post. You can go read that review. I gave it my second 4-star review of the year. Four stars in maximum in Washington Post, not 5 stars. Nice. The top game of the year, and still my game of the year, is Tomodachi Life. I think that is the best game of the year. And it is a game that I'm still playing to this day.
Oh, really? Cool.
I play every day. I play every day without fail, except for one day when I was hanging out with Kojima. But First Light is my other 4-star. When I played First Light, when I finished it, I was like, I think this is the best AAA game I played in the last 5 years.
Wow.
Actually.
Damn.
I think Cyberpunk is just kind of outside of that. I think Cyberpunk would be the best AAA game I played in the last 20 years, maybe. One of my favorite games of all time. But beyond that, though, it's I was like, this is the best Hollywood-like game that I played in a long, long time. I like it better than The Last of Us Part 2. I like it way better than Uncharted 4. And I've got issues with Uncharted 4. Definitely on the story side and the puzzle side. Not the gameplay side. I think the mechanics are fantastic. I think it's top tier. So, if you love Uncharted 4, I think I get it. It's an awesome game. But I got little issues with it that I don't need to get into. First Light doesn't have those issues. I think the story is fantastic all the way through, all the way up until I think the end. And I won't spoil things, but it's I just think that it just kind of runs on too long. Where it's I feel like the story kind of ended. You finished First Light, right?
No, I haven't played it yet.
You haven't played it yet? Okay,
I just haven't even played it yet.
Okay, well, I recommend it.
Yeah. I definitely want to play it. I've heard every person I know that's played this game has enjoyed it. So I think that speaks to the quality of it.
It is a highly enjoyable game. I think I enjoyed it more than some people. Again, which is why I think it's better than pretty much every single AAA game I've ever played. I like it way better than God of War, way better than Ghost of Tsushima and Yote. I think it's way better written than all those games. I think the writing in this game is good. This is a good writing game. The dialogue is written perfectly. All the story beats are written wonderfully. They keep you going, just like what Stu Dog says. As you're playing through the missions, you're like, I need to see what happens next, though. It's kind of like you're kind of binging the game. Cool. They wrote it in a way that feels bingeable. You're like, oh man, that happened. Now I gotta see what happens next. That kept going all the way all the way up until the end of the final mission, where I was like, we could have stopped this a mission ago. But okay, whatever. More gameplay. I'm not gonna complain. And the gameplay is fire. I love the gameplay. But it's very, very linear, though. Very linear. And that's why I call it Hitman Absolution 2. Because when I was playing this game, I was like, this isn't like Hitman, like the World of Assassination games, which are wide open sandboxes, right? Hitman Absolutions, or Hitman World of Assassinations, Hitman 1's first level is a fashion show at his big mansion.
Good. Yeah.
Right? And it's there are so many different ways that you can go about a fashion show, including being the model. It's himself and running the catwalk, and then pretending to be the model and then killing your target. And the model is not the target. That's the interesting thing. Nothing like that on that level in 007 First Light. The closest thing that you get is there's a opening chess tournament at a mansion, and there are certain doors. You can go through this door, you can go through that door, and the game rewards you in terms of storytelling. Where it's you decided to do it this way, then so you're gonna get a little bit of audio dialogue or something new to it. But it's never here's a chess tournament, do whatever you want. You have to go through the story beats. You have to go to this. You have to discover this room. They're in Hitman, there are completely rooms that you just never even touch, right? But in 007 First Light, there is a room that you must go to. You must discover it, and you must find out what's there to continue the story onward. The game will not continue unless you do that. Same thing in Hitman Absolution. There are certain levels where it's okay, you can kind of do things, but you definitely eventually have to get through here. Eventually. And there are certain levels in that game where it's it's just an action level where you just have to get through this whole, you just have to stealth through this whole linear area. There's not a lot of options other than, do you choke them? Do you bash them over the head with a statue or whatever's in the environment, or you shoot them, or you just sneak past them completely? Those are your only options versus Hitman World of Assassination, where it's you want to poison the guy? Do you want to like shoot fireworks up his butt?
Right.
Like, do you want to hang him? Do you want his wife to kill you or kill him? Like all kinds of other crazy shit you can do in Hitman. You know, like in Hitman 2, Word of Assassination, there's a whole NASCAR racetrack, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's like there's no levels like that in Hitman Absolution or 007 First Light, but it's like Hitman 2. There's a NASCAR racetrack where there's like all kinds of shit going on. There's a convention, there's a tech convention going on at the bottom area of the fucking racetrack. Like there's so much shit happening in one level. Hitman, go play Hitman at World of Assassination.
They're so good, dude. They're so good.
If you enjoyed the 007 First Light, Hitman World of Assassination is like leagues better, like honestly, in terms of gameplay, right? In terms of the options you get. But the story's better in 007 First Light. The story sucks in Hitman Absolution. Like it fucking sucks. Like I'm kind of struggling through it because unlike 007 First Light, where I'm like, oh god, I want to find out what happens next. I already know what happens in Absolution, but like I kind of forgot. But like as I'm playing through it, I'm like, oh, 47, you must now go to South Dakota. I'm like, I don't fucking care.
Right. Yeah.
Like the reason I'm going to South Dakota sucks. Like it's stupid.
Matter, yeah.
This whole story sucks. Like that is where IO Interactive just did not know how to write a story. And it's like, guys, shut the fuck up and design some cool levels. You know, like you guys are really, really awesome at designing levels and designing scenarios for Hitman to do. But they try to do a linear story and like it just didn't work out. But I see so much of the foundations of 007 First Light in Absolution. They just made it way better, way more engaging. They wrote it better. The level design is better. The stealth scenarios in 007 First Light are better. You know, there's so much verticality in 007 First Light that makes it interesting. You know, you can leap from the top floor to attack the guy at the bottom. You can't do that in Hitman Absolution. Right. Hitman Absolution is very just grounded, just kind of sliding across the floor.
And I don't mean this in a bad way. It's more stiff, I guess, probably.
It's so stiff, stiff. Yeah, and even Hitman World of Assassination is very stiff too, right? Like it's like there's no real melee option other than you punch a guy, you know, and then that's it. Whereas in 007 First Light, like, oh my god, dude, the melee combat's so good. Like it reminds me of Def Jam Fight for New York in terms of like when you slam a guy into a bookshelf and the whole bookshelf just rattles and like it could just fall and like the beauty of 007 First Light is how much the environment reacts to your own actions. You know, like shit popping up, papers flying everywhere. It's like Max Payne 3 again, except like not just with guns, you know, and like the way the environment falls apart as you're shooting through it, but it falls apart as you're fighting through it too. Yeah. Like it feels like a real proper brawl as you're dragging guys like across the room and like slamming into the walls or bookshelves or electrocuting them. It's a little bit like Sleeping Dogs, if anything, too.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Okay, so you played the game and it is more linear. Because I remember I was asking Lockmort about this because, you know, it is IO. And I was asking him, I'm like, is there multiple ways to tackle a mission or something like that? Or different outcomes? And he said kind of, but not really. It's like much more straightforward, I suppose, from what he told me.
Yeah.
But would you like them in the sequel to maybe expand upon that a little more? Not quite Hitman levels.
Yeah.
But maybe just like maybe you could tackle this mission a couple different ways, like 2 or 3 ways.
Absolutely. And they do that. You know, I won't talk about it too much, but there is one level in 007 First Light where it's like, you know, you gotta there's something blocking you, you know, like there's like a guard blocking you. And actually, this happened in several levels, so I can be vague enough. There's somebody blocking you, and you can't get to the next area of the game or the next area of the level. And the game will give you different options to try to get past that guy. You know, even in the first level right now, like before you even get to the chess tournament, you can either sneak into the building, you can either grab someone's lighter, which is you got to grab a lighter first, right? So you got to grab a lighter, and then you can use the lighter to put an ashtray on fire or put a garbage can on fire, so you can distract the guard, and then you can sneak in, right? Or you can go find a press pass, and then pretend to be a member of press and do that. All very simple stuff, not like Hitman, but like eventually you're still gonna get through that door. You're gonna be funneled through past this guard, and then you get to the next area where it's like, okay, well now this is actually kind of linear, you know, and then it's gonna like it it opens and it closes and it opens back up again, like in interesting ways. But like sometimes there'll be steps where like you have to like decide for yourself, and then you got to go through this area, and then you go through this linear area, and then once you're done with that, then it might open back up again, and you got to do certain things. Yeah, it's really like it's pretty linear though.
Okay.
Eventually you're always going to get to the same place, just like I said in Hitman Absolution. Like there's always a place you got to go to, and you might do certain things a different way. It's a little bit like side quests, you know, where it's like, you know, oh, this guy wants some money, and it's like, okay, you can go do this side quest which is kind of a stealth mission, or you can do the side quest which is kind of like all out brawls, or you can go to do the side quest where it's more about just talking your way through something, that kind of thing. You know?
Gotcha.
But it's not like, oh, this person's up to something interesting, let me follow them, and let me figure this out, right?
Okay.
It's not as complicated, and I would love it more if that's probably, I don't want to say a disappointment, because like I feel like the story is written so well that I feel like that they didn't do this on purpose. They didn't want to make something. They didn't want to make a Hitman game.
They were probably like, we need to make sure this is very separate from Hitman or something like that, design wise.
Yeah. But I would love it if they, for James Bond World of, I would love a James Bond World of Assassination, bro.
Yeah.
Like fuck yeah, dude. Or like a 007, like a 00 agent, like World of Assassination. Like if you don't want James Bond doing that much murdering, which he does, he's a murderer. Like he's a killer. But if you want to attach that to James Bond, just make a 007 like World of Assassination service game where it's like, dude, you just create your own OC double agent. You know, you can be a girl even. You know, and walk around and just kill people.
Yeah.
And but with that melee combat system though, oh my god, dude, it would be so like that's where the choice of 007 comes in. Is that like there's so many different combat choices. It kind of becomes a Splinter Cell game again. You know. Splinter Cell games do that, where it's like it's not so much about like the different choices or how you go about infiltrating something. Although Chaos Theory did that really well, and so did Double Agent. People forget there's the Splinter Cell Double Agent Xbox 360, which is heavily linear. But then there was the original Xbox version, the one for the OG Xbox. That was very much a Chaos Theory sequel. But other than those games, you know, it pretty much operates like Splinter Cell, pretty linear, and your options are to how to tackle a certain stealth event, or how to tackle a combat scenario. Do you stealth in? Do you throw shit? Do you go all hands, or do you start firing? You know.
Yeah.
And in 007, you actually can't open fire first. You have to get the quote unquote license to kill.
Yeah. Right.
Which is an interesting mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
And also 007 has a bluff mechanic, which Hitman does not do. Where if you get caught, you can just say, "Hey, I'm the new head of security here, or I'm with a contractor. I just saw some guy going over there," and then like the guards will just walk right past you. I love that.
Yeah, that's very Bond to me, or like a smooth talker, something like that.
Smooth talker, yeah. So like I would love, like, man, like if IO Interactive can fuse that kind of Bond melee and bluffing mechanic to the World of Assassination design philosophy.
Yeah, that'd be like
the greatest
amazing.
game of all time.
Yeah,
it'd be the greatest game of all time. Like, I think, you know.
Let me read this from Derek Beek. This one is mostly for Gene, but I'm wondering how you consider Patrick Gibson as James Bond compared to the franchise's history. I have a personal love for Sean Connery and his ability to be suave and effortlessly cool when he is in the campiest movie of all time.
Sean is obviously the template, the foundation.
Yep.
So, you know, everything is, he's the Ocarina of Time of James Bond, right? Or he's the Legend of Zelda of James Bond, right? He's the very first, right? I have a huge soft spot for Dalton.
Timothy Dalton.
I think he is the coldest assassin out of all of them, and he's also real smooth and real charming. Roger Moore is a clown. You know, he's just kind of old and kind of daddish. You know, he's just not a clown, like that. That's too mean. But he's just like, you know, he just seems like not James Bond. You know, he just seems like kind of aloof and everything like that. Brosnan is peak. I think Golden. I
love Brosnan. Yeah, Brosnan.
I think the more I think about GoldenEye, I was like, damn, I think GoldenEye might actually be the best Bond movie of all time. You know,
it's a good one, definitely.
I think it's got all the elements, right? Um, and the fact that like what's his face, Sean Bean was
Yeah,
double oh
double oh
006.
6.
Dude, that's so
Bringling
sick, dude.
James. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so sick, dude. Like of course GoldenEye N64 was so good because it's like it was basing itself off like a fucking sick ass story, dude. Like that shit ruled, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that GoldenEye did so much of the games like or the movies action set pieces in the game like is pretty
Well,
incredible.
how well it did. Yeah, it's like a
How
movie
well it did.
tie-in game that does a lot from the movie, actually. You're like, whoa.
Yeah, like the fact that they even like they did the final boss, like the final fight, like what the
In the
fuck, dude? This is
cradle.
crazy.
Yeah.
And it was like on the crane and everything like that, and it's like that shit's fucking awesome. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it was really good. Patrick Gibson is amazing though.
Mm.
I think he's great as young Bond. And you see him. This is where you see that they did stylize him a lot though, because he's like when you see him in real life, he's actually pretty skinny. You know,
Yeah.
like he's kind of like thin, and a little bit gaunt. So they definitely beef him up in the game.
They did the reverse Sony. They made him look better instead of
They made
chopping
him look better.
Yeah.
Yeah, as opposed to looking worse for some reason. I
Yeah.
don't know, man. Like
The
I
DEI
understand.
chin.
Look, man. Like I obviously the anti-woke people are ridiculous, right?
Mhm.
They're not worth paying attention to. But when it does come to like Western studios and the way they depict women, like it's like, come on, guys. Like, or even certain people, you know, like it's like this shit looks kind of ugly, man.
Mhm.
You know, like, and then you look the way Kojima and scanning people, and it's like, you know, like there's you know like even the uglier people look way better.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not like Kojima is only scanning in models. Like look at the porters, and again going back to Death Stranding 2, look at the other porters in the rest of the game. They all look fantastic. They don't look like DI anything. They just look like real people.
Yeah.
They just looked at the person, you know,
Yep.
as opposed to like, you know, Jean Grey and Insomniac. It's like, oh, dude. Or like Mary Jane obviously is like the number one example where it's like, what happened there, you know?
Yeah.
What
Okay.
were we talking about? Yeah, but yeah, the Gibson looks fantastic. They did bulk him up a little bit, so like if he does want to be the movies, I think he's gonna have to go through a
Bulk him
regimen.
up a bit. Yeah, sure.
Work out a little bit. Definitely change his hairstyle because it's too blonde. He looks very Irish. He looks super Irish, dude. There could never be a more Irish looking dude than him. So they would definitely need to like, you know, tailor him up, bulk him up a little bit, change his hair. But obviously he can do a British accent just fine. So it's like I think he'd be fantastic, and you can get a lot of movies out of him. He's still young too. How old is he?
I don't know. I haven't heard of him until Bond. So.
I haven't heard of him either. Age 31 years old. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's still pretty young.
Yeah, he's still good. He's got he can do it for like fucking 20 more years, dude. No problem. A 50-year-old Patrick Gibson as James Bond in like 2050.
Yeah,
that's dope.
I'm waiting for the Bond multiverse movie where all the Bonds collide.
James Bond 007 Endgame, right?
Yeah, exactly.
007 Infinity Wars, right? Or 007 Secret Wars.
Pierce Brosnan, yeah, Daniel Craig, all the Bonds coming through, whoever's alive, put them all in.
Yeah, Rick and Morty, just Rick and Morty it, you know.
You could throw in Austin Powers too, just for the hell of it. Might as well.
Yeah. And who else is Bond? Putting David Hayter, Solid Snake. That's the thing about Bond. That's the thing about 007 First Light, though, dude. That I was playing through it. I was like, oh, this is just like Call of Duty. Oh, this is just like Metal Gear. And I'm like, what the fuck am I talking about? Everything is just like James Bond. Like,
yeah,
you know,
first, yeah.
Like all the tropes, like, oh, James Bond is doing this. It's just like Call of Duty. And it's like, no, Call of Duty is copying James Bond.
Gadgets and shit. Yeah. And
it's like, oh, this is just like, oh, he's being tortured just like Solid Snake. I was like, no, Solid Snake is being tortured just like James Bond. You know,
the OG
Snake Eater. Snake Eater. The entire aesthetic of Snake Eater is James Bond.
Yeah, you know? The songs, yeah, the visual, yep.
Like that already replaced James Bond's music. It's so iconic in Snake Eater that it replaced James Bond music. But it's like, no, James Bond is the OG, man.
James Bond's the OG. Yeah.
So for him to do all these tropes in the game, it's like he's got to do it though, man, because he is the foundation of everything that we love about the modern Uncharted. Oh, it's just like Uncharted. Fucking Uncharted copy James Bond. You know.
Yeah.
I will say one thing about Bond though is that, and it's continuing to glaze it though, is that this feels like the game. Has Colin played Bond
I think
yet?
so. I think so.
This feels like the game that I feel like him and Greg Miller want Indiana Jones to be.
Mm,
You know, they both seem to hate Indiana Jones or didn't like it because Indiana Jones didn't want to be a linear Uncharted like adventure game. Indiana Jones wanted to be a classic adventure game where you gotta go around, collect clues, find shit, explore the environments. It was closer to a point and click game. And I haven't finished that game, but I really admired the game's design.
Yeah, I really liked Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I do want to go back and play it. And I think I might actually do that. But just but I think that they got it in their heads that this should be like Uncharted because Uncharted copied Indiana Jones, and it's like I get it. The old Indiana Jones game for Xbox, that was made by the same guys who made Buffy.
Oh yeah, I never played those.
Yeah,
I missed like all the PC Indiana Jones games and all those. The only ones I played were the Super Nintendo ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like one of them's Atlantis, I want to say, or something.
Yeah, Indiana Jones games, original Xbox. There you go. And the Emperor's Tomb.
Okay.
And that had a cool whip mechanic. So cool. And that was closer to like a 007 First Light, actually. It had stealth mechanics and like really good melee combat. So I get that. Like when I heard of Indiana Jones, I was like, fuck yeah, it's going to be a game like that. And then when I played it, I was like, oh, it's not a game like that. But I admire what it's trying to be instead. So I hope Colin enjoyed 007 First Light because I feel like that's exactly what
did. I want to say I heard in passing. I don't think I've actually talked to him about it.
Yeah, no one listens to Sacred Symbols. So
I mean, we don't probably that much because I fucking work with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I know what they're thinking most of the time, and I get enough of you guys, anyways.
Yeah. I'm joking, but I actually haven't heard the most recent one. So
yeah,
I've been pretty tapped out of it.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I think it's good to disconnect every now and then.
I love it.
Take a step back. Yeah,
it's fantastic. You know,
cool.
Who gives a shit what Nate the Hate is? You know? Come on,
all right. Anything else you want to say before we move on, Gene, about 007 or Hitman?
No, that's about
cool.
It. Yeah.
All right. Next game we'll talk about pretty briefly is Alien Isolation 2. So I did play this at Summer Game Fest, and I'm going to say I have no context for the first game. I have not played through the first Alien Isolation game, but after playing this demo, I was definitely like, we got to change that. I need to play this.
Yeah.
I've heard great things about it. The original game, my friend Michael Huber, of course, is a huge Alien fan. He loves that franchise, and he loves survival horror. So he definitely championed this game when it came out. I remember this game came out, it had kind of like mixed opinions from some people. It's definitely seems like it's looked more favorably upon now today.
Ryan McCaffrey famously gave it a low score.
Yes. That's true.
And he did not like it. And I think that's where a lot of the mixed opinion impression. That's where I got my impression.
Yeah, I remember.
IGN gave it like a 5 or something.
I think I was at Game Trailers the time it came out, or maybe a little bit after. But I remember some people in the office not being.
He gave it a 5.9. So yeah.
But so yeah, I don't have context for the first Alien Isolation game or anything like that. So just keep that in mind when I talk about what I played. But what I did play of the game is the very beginning of the game, and you are a new character. I know you were Ripley's daughter, I believe, in Alien Isolation. But in this one, from what I played, you were a new character, and you were on this planet, a part of this corporation, of course, very alien, you know. I always forget the corporation's name that does everything like that. But anyways, you're on this planet, you're starting off in like a cool like roller thing, very like Death Stranding. Like, you remember the intro of Death Stranding, Gene? One where you're like on the truck with the guy, then you get attacked by the BTs and all that stuff.
Love that, yeah.
Kind of reminded me of that, like being in the truck. But this planet you're on, very dark, very rainy. And from what I understand is the first Alien Isolation was mostly in a spaceship, which makes sense, of course. But on this, you were in a planet, like on the planet's surface, walking around. And I was going through, something breaks down, you get separated, you go off, you wander around. Going through the environments, very atmospheric, very immersive in that sense. I was like enthralled when I was playing it, going through the storms outside and all that kind of stuff. The geography and the landscape really engrossed me. You eventually come upon a ruined spaceship, and some of your crew are there as well. And of course, it's a horror game, so you got to investigate it. Go on the ship. The tech, really cool. If you like all that alien, like the way the alien movies look and all that kind of shit, you're going to be right at home with all that. Going in there, there's like a save system, I believe. I haven't played the first game, so I don't know, but like a checkpoint system where you save, so that's cool. But you go on this spaceship, super dark, super immersive, and I'm walking around at Gene. I've played many survival horror games. I haven't played Alien, but I see things. I'm like, okay, I understand. You want to hide there. You maybe want to climb in there at certain parts like that. You can kind of pick up on these hints as you play through the game. Going through the game or going through the spaceship, very creepy, of course, and of course a xenomorph or an alien comes in, and you got no ammo, no weapons, no way to defend yourself. So very much you're hiding throughout this whole thing. And what I did mostly for the thing is I went into these vents under the floorboards mostly, and I crawled, like there's water in there. So I was worried about making too much noise from the water splash around. So I was going real slow, and the xenomorph just kind of walking above me on the floorboards above me, and you hear like its footsteps like doof, 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 and you can hear it like looking around, sniffing, or all that kind of shit. Really cool, really tense. But I had to find a few ways around some things. You can't. It wasn't a straight path to get through. There was a spot I needed to get to, but there was a broken pipe and like fire coming out, so I had to find another way through. So you got to navigate the environment, kind of like a puzzle, and while you're dealing with this monstrosity trying to kill you. And I did navigate through it. I didn't get killed or anything like that. And they asked me how many times I died, because I finished the demo before everyone else. And they're like, how many times did you die? And I said, none. And they were kind of surprised. They're like, oh, you played the first one? I was like, no, I've just played survival horror games, so I understand kind of a lot of the rules. But I really liked what I played in terms of atmosphere. And I love survival horror games where, you feel in danger, helpless. I like being able to fight back occasionally all the time. I assume you do get weapons, because I know you do in some of the original Alien Isolation, like the flamethrower. I don't think you can kill the alien. I don't know if there's only one alien or something like that. I don't know how it's going to go.
Yeah, to be clear, I played Alien Isolation 1. I did not finish it because I got too scared.
Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah, but so it's very good. It's very effective. But I cannot tell you what happened later in the game because I pushed
out. Yeah, out. That's okay. I get it, dude. I
was pussy. So so I might have to go back to it now because I'm less pussy now, I think.
Yeah. So. But yeah, I played the demo. I beat it, and I was really enthralled with the game. It definitely got me curious about playing the first one, because I feel like there's narrative elements that carry over from the first game. I'm sure you could hop into 2 and be fine, but I bet there's a lot of subtle clues and maybe some narrative elements that come up later that relate to 1. So I definitely want to play it. The only thing I heard about Alien Isolation, it's maybe a little too long in some regards. That's what like the main complaint I've heard about. It kind of drags on at certain parts, but I'm really happy to see this game exist. I know people love the first one, and it's been a long time since it's been like 10 years or so, or maybe over 10 years since it came out, the first one. So I'm really happy to see the sequel come out. I'm very excited. So I dug what I played. So I think if you liked Alien Isolation, you're going to dig this one. So yeah, seems really cool. All right, Gene, let's do Sort It Out. Anything in the game industry you think needs sorting right now?
Well, we actually have breaking news right now, so I actually did have it sorted out. But my sorted out is going to have to be to Microsoft Xbox.
That's been a trend recently.
Did you see the breaking news today?
No. Oh wait, like about closures, right?
Yeah. So they're going to shut down Ninja Theory.
Did they actually say that themselves, or has that just been like Jason Schreier or something?
That's Jason Schreier, and now Verge is
reporting on it
now too.
Damn.
So Tom Warren of The Verge is saying that too, but Jason Schreier is also saying Compulsion Games and Double Fine are on the chopping block as well. And I think Ninja Theory, and listeners of Defining Duke know that I am no fan of Ninja Theory, at least not anymore. Like I did love Enslaved, and Heavenly Sword. And the first Hellblade. The first Hellblade was good. Really the only and DMC, the Devil May Cry DMC, which I thought was like stupid for the most part, but the gameplay was really good.
Gameplay was fun.
You know, like I'm not gonna hate on the game for being a good game. You know, it was a good game. It's a good DMC game. So really, my only beef with Ninja Theory has been Hellblade 2. I thought that game fucking sucked, right?
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of it.
Yeah. It sucks to hear that Ninja Theory is closing down. Because you know why it sucks? Because they just announced a game.
Yeah, Senua,
Hellblade 3, basically. And as you know, and as disappointed as I am, I'm like, no, don't let that happen. Yeah, but don't shut down the studio though. Like, why did you even let them do that though? You know? Like
maybe,
as Xbox.
Maybe I assume the game's been being worked on before Asha even jumped on board, kind of thing. It's
been
a while, but yeah, it is weird because they just announced it, I suppose.
Yeah, so it's crazy that like that only feeds into this this idea that everything that's happening at Xbox is all happening last minute, you know, which I kind of didn't care about because it's like I don't care that Gears of War E-Day is not coming to PlayStation and it was pulled at the last minute. Who cares, right? But like now at this point, it feels like a real story because like this really just goes to show how Microsoft is just kind of like flying by the seat of its pants, and it's like. You didn't know that you were going to shut down Ninja Theory. You let them not only make. First of all, what even before Ashish Sharma, right? Phil Spencer or whoever, Matt Booty, why are you letting them greenlight Hellblade 3 again? You know, like why are you letting them do another Hellblade? Hellblade sucks. It does not sell. Hellblade 1 was good as an experiment, but it does not sell. And it's like Hellblade 2 was worse as a game. Did worse as a game, and then you're gonna make them try again with a third one, you know. And to be fair, I saw the clips and it's like, okay, that looks a lot better. That looks like an actual video game, right? So that's disappointing, and it's like, but I feel so sorry for them. Like that really sucks that you let them do that and then announce a game, and then like you're just gonna shut them down literally a week fucking later, you know?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm like you guys have got me on Ninja Theory's side now. That sucks, you know.
That's so funny.
Even if I think their next project sucks and I think it's totally not going to be worth playing, like that really sucks that you guys did that to them, you know. Even if Hellblade 3 sucked, like that, just it's your fault that you made them do that. And then Compulsion Games, South of Midnight, that sucks too. And I think and also Double Fine. And it's like, yeah, none of these studios were making any bestseller games, but it's like that again speaks to like the stupidity of strategy, where it's like, yeah, we just talked about this, Brad, about how Nintendo will buy a studio, and if the studio comes out with a game that doesn't sell that well, they're like, okay, well, you know, we got enough money at other places, so we'll figure it out, you know.
Yeah.
We'll figure out the next project, and hopefully that sells better, right?
Yeah.
And Xenoblade Chronicles 3 did sell better, so there's that. Well, it didn't sell better than Xenoblade Chronicles 2 though, because 2 was pretty much the launch game for Switch 1.
Yeah, early Switch 1 game.
Yeah, and it was kind of like the only JRPG for that system. So it's like all the JRPG fans
showed up.
Showed up for that one. So unfortunately, the worst one.
Yeah, you know? I mean, I showed up for it. I played 2 before I played 1.
Exactly, right? And it's like, ugh, you know, like that was not the move to make. You should have, well, whatever. But the fact that Microsoft, like, but it's like, why are you buying these studios that you know aren't going to be blockbuster million sellers? You know, Double Fine is not going to do that, you know. So you just bought them to diversify your catalog, which it did do, right? And that's why it's like, you always have to give kudos to Microsoft more over Sony, because Sony is only putting out one type of game versus Microsoft. At least they're having Double Fine games. At least they come up with Kiln and Psychonauts 2 and whatever else they came out with recently. And at least Compulsion Games came out with an interesting DMC light game that had an interesting art style that was really small and, you know, focused on a small story. I haven't played South of Midnight. I've been kind of wanting to. It's not something I need to play right now. No, you know. So
the gameplay sucks in that game, I feel like, or the combat sucks.
Oh, you played it, right?
Yeah, I've beaten it. The combat sucks.
Yeah, it's very basic, right?
Yeah,
like
it's super basic, ain't it? But like the atmosphere is cool. Going through the world's kind of interesting. And like it looks nice. I'll say that. I like the way it looks.
It kind of reminds you of like a Beyond Good and Evil, you know?
Yes.
Where it's like,
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
I'd be
like
curious what you
it's a
think. Yeah,
yeah. You just gotta. I'll play it sooner or later. You know, it's on fucking Game Pass. So
yeah.
maybe I should buy it. Well, maybe I shouldn't, because who cares right now, at this point, right? Because that really sucks. But it's like Andy Robinson, who he just tweeted, and I just retweeted it just now. It's like, you don't buy these studios to make them $1 million blockbusters, and it's like, so where's the strategy there? You know, like,
So here's my theory on it, Gene.
yeah,
Is they bought a lot of these studios when they were trying to bolster Game Pass, when they were really pushing Game Pass when it was first
you
coming,
know,
starting to bloom. They just needed content for it, maybe.
mhm,
So they're like, we could have these small games to help fill up the Game Pass folder. But I guess if they're changing their strategy dramatically now,
away from Game Pass,
maybe,
yeah,
yeah, maybe that's a factor. I don't know. But like, yeah, I mean, it's like you're buying these studios and like they're not going to sell these games. They're not going to sell a lot,
you know,
probably. So I don't
mhm.
know. That's just my
Yeah.
theory, though.
And even though, like, and Monolith Soft is safe because Monolith Soft makes invaluable contributions to their
Yeah,
main games,
yeah, they
including
do.
Splatoon,
Zelda.
Zelda Breath of the Wild. Like, Zelda Breath of the Wild was designed around Monolith Soft's like guidance. You know, Monolith Soft is doing to Nintendo what Sony thought Bungie would do for their fucking live services, right? Which Bungie has not done at all. You
No.
know, like, we haven't seen anything at all other than Marathon.
Yeah.
So it's like, but it's like Nintendo has Monolith Soft. It's like, yeah, we bought them for their open world expertise, and guess what? That shit really helped.
It did. It paid off.
You know?
Yeah.
That shit super helped. Turns out that they helped revolutionize the open world formula for the entire medium, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Xbox is like, well, like, Ninja Theory is like, okay, well, like, maybe Ninja Theory is safe because, like, at least they have their super fucking expensive motion capture studio or whatever that they could use. And it's like, and like, I remember Ninja Theory's financials coming out. I was like, yeah, we lost a lot of money in Hellblade 2, but we're in the black because we rent out our studio to other people. And it's like, okay, well, you know, that's a business. That's business diversification. At least you got some other business going on, you know.
Yeah.
So to hear that Ninja Theory is closing down, that's a shame. All of these are a shame. You know, it's really too bad. I can't believe it. After, it's the Green Reaper strikes again, Brad. That's we're podcasting right now, and this is like scorched earth shit, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Maybe
like,
it's going beyond just me being on the Defining Duke podcast now. It's just
I
anytime.
think your existence in general
Yeah. Just like curse,
is
dude.
dragging Xbox down. Like, why is Microsoft so bad? It's like, Satya's like, we gotta kill
You
Brad.
gotta kill Brad, dude. PlayStation should be paying me big dollars then.
Mm-hmm.
I know people are frustrated with us doing constantly sorted outs to Xbox, but it's kind of like the most news recently has been about them, so I don't really know what to tell you guys. Like all like
Sorry,
the
man.
quote unquote bad news has been coming from them recently.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is. That's just what's in the news right now. So I will echo Gene's statement. I understand like financially why they probably are closing these studios. I get it. It does suck to see these game studios go away, even though I don't like love all their games. I understand that they experiment, try cool things like Double Fine. I actually like Double Fine. I haven't played their newer games, but I like some of them. Like I really like Psychonauts 2 a lot. I think that was fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So if they do go away, I think that'll be kind of sad. But I'm hoping maybe some of these things, Gene, will be like a Toys for Bob situation where they kind of break away but still exist on their own.
That's
Functioning.
what the Verge report is saying. There's like, maybe someone could find a buyer for all of these studios, like they did for fucking Tango GameWorks, you know.
So hopefully.
But man, dude, it really goes to show that Microsoft is not able to sustain itself as the quote unquote biggest publisher in the world.
No,
It's like, you're not.
I
Like,
mean
you can't be that.
they've been saying that a lot recently too. Like
They love saying that because that's their only claim to fame, you know.
Damn.
Look, and I say this as a fan of Xbox. You know, I love Xbox everything. You
Yeah,
know,
you
like,
do.
I have an Xbox thing right here. You know, my wallpaper here is Xbox on my PC. I've been playing a lot of PC games. It's all thanks to Windows, but it's like, you know, you Microsoft is simply just not a good steward of video game developers. They're just
Certainly not now.
You know, you guys can't keep talent. You guys lay off people in Arcane. You know, you guys laid off Shinji Mikami's. Or you guys let go of Shinji Mikami's legacy. Like,
Yeah.
you know, can't, like you couldn't keep Bungie. You know, like even back in the day. You know,
that's true.
Gears of War is your IP. Like it's the IP that you're like landing on, and Epic Games was just like, no, we're not gonna keep doing this for you guys.
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious? No, we're gonna make Fortnite. We're gonna become independently wealthy. You know?
Yeah.
And it's like Microsoft just does not know how to be an entertainment company and like harbor and nurture talented, creative people.
Right.
They can't do that. Like Sony is obviously also shitty at that too, you know. But at least they still have your Cory Barlogs. At least you still have your
Team
Neil
Asobi,
Druckmanns.
baby, with Astrobot.
At least they were able to somehow have a fishnet to catch some folks for Team Asobi, right?
Yeah.
Like they're struggling, but Sony still has some of their folks. You know, Insomniac is still great. You know, no, I know I was just talking shit about Jean Grey and everything, but like Insomniac is fantastic. Wolverine's gonna be great. You know, so it's like I don't know. I don't know what to do with Xbox, man. It's like you guys just don't know how to keep talent. You got Todd Howard.
For now,
you know?
yeah.
You got Todd there. You know, that's
love Todd Howard.
yeah. I love Todd too.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
No,
I fucking love Todd Howard.
The memes, yeah, of course.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, Todd is like your only guy left. I mean, who else is there? You know,
I don't know.
Who else? Nobody. Really.
Yeah, I don't know. Someone else just retired. I saw. What was it from Xbox this morning?
Head of Xbox Studios. I forgot their names.
Yeah, he was from Rare originally.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, damn, dude.
Yeah,
a lot of crazy shit's happening over there right now.
Yeah, pretty. A lot of abandoning of the ship here.
Yeah.
I mean, Fable. You know,
looking good.
Playground Games, man.
Playground Games. I mean, they are very talented. Yes,
they are very talented. But here's the thing, though, man. Fable honestly didn't sell all that well either. Even back in the day, you know, like I'm huge on Fable, but Fable only sold a couple million as far as I can tell. Like that's the thing, man. Like I feel like the 7th generation of games like really made people kind of think that certain games were really, really famous. Like I've pointed this out before, but it's like Mass Effect really didn't sell all that much, to be quite honest. Like we keep thinking like, oh, Mass Effect is like this huge seller. It's like it didn't really become a huge seller until Mass Effect 3, but Mass Effect 1 and even Mass Effect 2. If those numbers came out right now and if they sold like 1 million or 2 million, that'd be not good for the production that Mass Effect 2 is, you know. So it's like Mass Effect 2 sales, Fable sales, Fable game sales. So Fable sold 3 million, Fable 2 sold 5 million, and Fable 3 sold 4 million, according to VG charts, which is, you know, it's not great, but. See, Mass Effect 2 sold 4 to 5 million copies.
Interesting.
You know, guess what sold more? Even Ghost of Tsushima sold more. Horizon has sold more.
Yeah.
Luigi's Mansion 3 has sold more. Super Mario Wonder has sold more.
Yeah, for those.
You know,
mostly.
But then we keep looking at Mass Effect 2 as like this like massive budget game. You know, because IGN gave it a 10 like way back in the day. It's like, you know, there's a reason why. There hasn't been a new Mass Effect game in a long time.
Well, they tried Andromeda, it sucked, apparently.
Yeah, but and it sucked and it didn't sell well. And also the previous trilogy wasn't really that big in terms of like the effort that you need to put into a Mass Effect game today. Think of all the voice actors and the motion capture that you need to do for Mass Effect now, you know?
Yeah.
It's got to sell Horizon numbers. Will it? Who knows?
Yeah.
Will Fable? Probably not.
Yeah, you know? Hopefully it does, because it's on PC and PlayStation at least as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully, because it looks great. So
looks fantastic. Don't get me wrong. Again, this is my most anticipated game. I want Fable to win. I want Fable to be the thing. But it's like it really sucks again that like whenever we're talking about the Xbox space, we're like, oh, but you know, if it doesn't sell 8 million though, is there what kind of metric is that though, man? You know?
Yeah, I guess it's just because we know budgets a lot more now.
Yeah, and it's like, and we know what Microsoft does. Like, look at what Microsoft is doing right now. They're gonna cut off these games that, you know, like Double Fine games don't cost that much. Come on, you know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Compulsion games too. Like you played South of Midnight. That game didn't really seem all that expensive, right?
Yeah, I guess like, you know, games are more expensive to make in certain parts of the world as well. I don't
Mhm.
know. Like Double Fine's in San Francisco, so definitely more expensive there.
Are they? Oh, okay.
So
Well, so much for that then.
yeah,
Yeah.
compared to like I don't know, Astrobot, which is in Japan, where it's a lot cheaper
Yeah.
to make games right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But yeah, we're it's seemingly we're finding out new news every day about Xbox. It seems like right now. So we'll see. I guess it's going to continue because none of
Yeah.
these are like official. They haven't said this yet themselves. These are
Yeah,
going to be shut down.
but
But
the
like
fiscal
people
year is gonna.
who are pretty inside have been saying this. Like Jason Try, I tend to believe about his
Jason's
reporting.
always right.
Yeah,
Like I wish he was wrong sometimes because some of his news fucking sucks, right?
yeah.
But it's like it's not even. It's not. I want him to be wrong because I hate him. I actually like him a lot. Um, but I wish he was wrong sometimes because some of the news he brings just fucking sucks. So it's like again, like that's why I'm glad to be tapping out of the game news cycle, man. This shit is so depressing.
Yeah.
You know,
Dude,
like I wish I didn't know. I wish I didn't know so much about games. You know.
And it's funny. Like I'm getting tagged by multiple people about this going on right now. People are blaming me for this and
Well,
stuff.
yeah. Like a guy like that's the strategy. That's the next strategy. Asha now has to pivot to assassinate Brad
Yeah,
Ellis. You know,
blame me. Yeah.
yeah, that's really funny that you being tagged. That's great.
All right. Let's see here. Let's get some from the audience. The Price of Duval wrote and said, "Hello, Sunrares. It's always good to see you, Gene. This week, I have sorted out to all the Gen Z streamers who didn't recognize Saria's song during the Ocarina of Time reveal, but acted like they had the biggest nostalgia for the game once the title screen dropped. With the video game content already being overly saturated on streaming services, making it almost impossible for new voices to be heard, how is there any room for culture vultures in this industry? Thank you for your time, and I'll take it off the air."
Damn,
Yeah, that's a call out. I don't know who they're referring to.
I know exactly who they're talking
Okay.
about. Actually, there was this one girl who's really young, and she was like, you know, you hear da, 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 da,
Yeah.
da, da, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Oh, what is this? What could it be?" You know. I'm gonna give her some grace. Maybe she's one of those people who didn't know what the fuck Nate the Hate is, right?
Yeah.
So she already didn't have it in her mind like backloaded, like, oh, Ocarina of Time remake, of course, right? Because like it's the intro is general enough. You're like, okay, well maybe they can't be doing an Ocarina of Time remake. So like for me, I'm gonna give her some grace. Maybe the Duval has seen someone else. Comment below if you know if that's the person I'm talking about. I don't follow the streamer at all. I just saw the clip and people getting mad at her for it. I'm like, it's whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I will say though that like it kind of goes back to this whole thing of like being a fan of something, but then you actually didn't play the games. You know, again, I would never call myself a Kingdom Hearts fan. I know Simple and Clean. I know all the characters. I know what happens. I even know what happens at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2 and why it's so fucking different, right?
Mm-hmm.
I even played the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 3, and then I played that, and I was like, I don't understand what the fuck's going on. I'm sorry, I need to step back and play the series. I would never call myself a Kingdom Hearts fan because I played this. So it's like when I saw Kingdom Hearts 4, if I was streaming, I would never be like, oh my god, Kingdom Hearts 4. I would not pop off like, my friends Aru and Fidel and just start screaming their fucking guts off.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'd be like, oh, cool, Kingdom Hearts 4. I'm really happy for fans, that's... So it's like, people need to like stop pretending to be attached to things just to be in the know.
Yeah, that's like, lame, dude. Just be authentic.
Yeah, just be authentically yourself. It's like obviously I'm completely out of the loop with Kingdom Hearts. And it's like I'm not afraid of looking like that. I'll play it someday.
Yeah.
So it's like when Resident Evil Veronica pops off, and it's like apparently there's a bunch of Resident Evil fans who just don't play the games. It's like, well, why are you excited? so you can see Markiplier play it. I don't know, man. Like, and again, it goes back to like cultural literacy. Like, I feel like gamers are really bad at understanding the roots of our medium, and I think that goes to a lot of people these days too. Like, a lot of film goers don't know a lot about film history, and a lot of people music. A lot of people in rap don't know anything about rap. Like there was this one rapper who should know better, but he was like, like I don't know about Sugar Hill Gang. They're like hippity hop, hippity hop. It's like, dude, it was fucking 77, man. Like they were the first people to rhyme. Like, do you not understand that context? That these are the first rappers. So of course their rap would sound cringe, like when they're the first people doing that shit. It's ridiculous. So it's like, I think if you're a Zelda fan, you should. Ocarina of Time is on NSO. It's available. It's available there. You should go in and play it. And if you're complaining that it's too old, and it's like, well, you got to get over it, man. You got to understand the roots.
Play the 3DS version then, or something. I don't know what to tell you. You want a few more quality of life things, I guess.
Yeah,
but it's that damn good.
It's what I tweeted out. I was like, Dan Houser said anyone who makes 3D games and isn't just ripping off Mario 64 or Zelda Ocarina of Time is lying to you.
Right.
Ocarina of Time is the template for open world games. It's the game that made you feel like you were in a world. And no other game did that before Ocarina of Time. You should play it.
Yeah, it's funny because Zelda 1 made me feel like an open world at the time, but then like
totally.
Ocarina of Time really took it to like the next level. You're like, whoa. I guess every like console Zelda game from like 1 to Link to the Past to Ocarina of Time, like the scope just felt like more and more real, I guess.
Link to the Past was amazing. The fact that it had, this is kind of turning into mini punching up now.
Yeah.
I love it. But like Link to the Past, like the verticality of the levels, and then that rain effect when you fucking first see that shit, I was like, dude, this is super the fucking Nintendo, man. Yep. Look at this shit, And Link to the Past like established the now quote unquote modern template of Zelda, where it's like 8 dungeons and it's kind of linear, and
like
you just
3 then 5,
stuff.
yeah,
and but Ocarina of Time just blew the doors open, man. It's like, dude, when I played Ocarina, and I never owned the N64, so I went to a friend's house to play Ocarina of Time, and I was like, what do you mean you can not only ride a horse, but you can shoot arrows off the fucking horse like in real time? Are you fucking serious? You have no idea how mind-blowing that shit was, man. Like you take it for granted. You can do that in Horizon, you can do that in any game right now, but like that shit was like just not available.
Yeah,
that just didn't happen.
Yeah.
In video games. And Ocarina of Time was like, no, ride the horse. You can leap over shit on your horse. You can speed up and sprint on your horse, and you can fucking shoot arrows out of it, man. That's crazy. Watch out, there's some ghosts. Shoot them. So sick.
Yeah, so sick.
It's like, yeah, younger gamers, like, please tap in, like, know your history. Play Metal Gear Solid 1. Play Ocarina of Time. Play the original Mario games. Play Tetris. Play the classics, man. Play Half-Life. Play Half-Life 1. Like play Half-Life 1 and understand that the AI in that game is still better than most games today. It's so strange. Do not understand why. But yeah, that's what it is. Play Halo Campaign Evolved, I guess.
Sure. Play the landmarks.
I'm looking forward to that one too.
Yeah. Play the landmarks if you can, definitely. But yeah, you just don't gotta fake your knowledge about something. It's okay if you don't know something or whatever. Just be authentic. You don't gotta try to lie about it. Yeah.
Like when you see the Ocarina of Time thing pop up and it's like, oh shit, now I finally get to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a valid response. And that's what the remake is for. So.
Yeah. Don't worry, Gene, I did you proud. The first exact still of Zelda, I said, it's Zelda immediately. And when the first Saria song notes came in, I was like, okay, it's Ocarina.
It's Ocarina.
Because there's like a Deku tree. I'm like, well, there's like multiple Deku trees, so I don't just want to
There are multiple Deku trees. Yeah. But
don't worry.
As soon as you hear the song, it's like, okay.
Yeah, we're not frauds here. Except for things we don't know.
So I understand the energy that Price of Duval, or Prince of Duval, whoever is bringing. I understand. I can appreciate the energy. There's that one streamer where it's like, okay, kind of dumb, but it's like, this is before their time. But
it's whatever.
All I'll say is I wish you guys would play them. So you should play them. So
Tom Sweeney wrote in and said, "Hi, men of culture. I have a bit of a rant for you to enjoy. Sorted out Sega and Atlas. First, Atlas recast the main actors for Persona 3 and 4 remakes, wanting to promote new talent, and then they resurrect old talent in the form of Tupac hanging out with the Yakuza, Finally, they have the bright idea to put GTA 6 or put the GTA 6 of JRPGs into a failing subscription service like Game Pass. I'm sorry, but they seem to really hate money and love to lose respect to the people who buy their games. Anyways, hope your days are well. I'm gonna go spend my life savings on the Persona 4 Reload or Revival Collector's Edition, and think about my life choices. In terms of them putting Persona 6 on Game Pass, I mean, makes sense for that fan base. I think they'll probably make more money off that than they would selling hard copies, is my assumption, off Xbox. Because people are going to buy them are going to buy it on PlayStation
or Switch,
PC, yeah, whatever it's going to be on, I assume, based off their last games. So I don't know. This deal was probably in place for a while as well.
Probably, yeah, probably before, and Sega and Microsoft do go way back.
Yep,
like they do support each other. So
yep.
I think, yeah, like obviously Game Pass is like just like a shit show. But so I kind of understand that, especially in light of everything that we just talked about in terms of the layoffs and everything. That it's like, what are you even doing? But it's like, also, I'm sorry, but the Xbox community doesn't buy JRPGs. Like, they keep trying, but it's like they're not buying them. So probably toss it on Game Pass. But it's like, yeah, I'm sorry, but most of the fan base is going to be playing on Nintendo and PlayStation. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. All right, Gene, let's do the opposite. Stuff we're pleased with Keep It Up. Anything you're happy with?
I don't know. Keep it up to Keeley.
Yeah.
He divorced everyone. He divorced Kojima, and then turned out to be the best Summer Game Fest in a while.
Now that he's single, yeah.
Now that he's single, it's a little revenge success. The best revenge is, what did Beyonce say? I don't know. The best revenge is whatever you make on the money. And that's what Jeff is doing. He's making on the money. But yeah, Summer Game Fest was really great. I did wish that he did a troll, because there was that troll of him trolling Final Fantasy fans, where he's like, speaking of Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he's like, yeah.
It was like DoorDash or some shit.
No. It's not DoorDash.
No.
I kind of wish he repeated that, especially his revelation was the final revelation of Summer Game Fest. But it's a good show. And I think Jeff is running an even tighter ship. His shows are getting better,
I agree. Yeah. They happen.
Even the Game Awards was good. As much as I hated seeing Expedition 33 win that many awards, I'm fine with Expedition 33 winning a lot of awards, but not that many awards, which is crazy. It did even win the award I thought they should win, which is audio, which is funny. But despite that, though, all the reveals are really good, and it's like, it's like he's got to do a lot to. Well, High Guard was actually I forgot High Guard was the reveal of
the end, the final game.
Yeah, completely forgot about that. I forgot High Guard existed, man. Holy shit. I was actually kind of excited for that game too. And then when I played it, I was like, I'm sorry, this game sucks.
Yeah, it's gone. See ya.
Yeah, did you play it?
Nope.
It was not... I really wanted to play it. I really wanted to like it because it had cool like levels, like really like wide open levels. And I liked the idea of raiding another fortress across these levels. But it's like, man, this is too slow. This is too lame. There's too much to do. And there's too much to do and simultaneously not enough. Like the way you fortify your fort is like you go up to a window and you just hold X to like put up a wall. And it's like you got to do that every single time, but it's boring, So it's like it's not engaging to do this.
Yeah.
To do this every single time. Run around, put up windows, put up boards up on windows every single time, and then you run out and you have to mine for materials so you can buy more weapons. And it's like, I'm sorry, man. This gameplay loop is like way too complicated and like way too sucky.
Cramming in a bunch of ideas, it sounds like.
Yeah. That like everyone was right about it in terms of like it just has way too many ideas and it's just way too boring. It had a lot of potential, but better than Concord. I'll give it that.
Sure.
But that was about it, though. But yeah, keep it up to Keeley. He's recovered since, and this was a great show. Looking forward to Gamescom. Hopefully we find out more stuff about Ocarina of Time, but that's gonna be Nintendo doing it.
I know, it's gonna happen randomly one day out of like 10 minutes before it starts.
It's gonna be like
here we go
at 2 a.m. or whatever East Coast time, and it's like, gee, oh fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Starting in 5
Again,
minutes. Yep.
again, that's why I'm not watching these showcases live, because it's like they're kind of a waste of time most of the time.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna watch Xbox and get hyped for Senua, only to be let down today. Like, come on, that's I don't need to see that stuff live. I'll watch the trailers afterwards. So
yeah. All right. I'll just echo your statement, I guess. Like, yeah, good job, Keely. I was at Summer Game Fest. Always a good event.
Oh yeah, you were there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice
Okay, keep up to you, Brad, because you did a live shot with Jimmy and
Ray,
and the other dude.
Yeah, Ray.
Who's the other dude?
Hey, Ray. So Jimmy runs PS Ready and Deck Ready. Ray does
Ready.
Xbox Ready.
Oh, he does Xbox Ready.
Yeah.
Oh, so
he's
Ray
like,
does.
He's
Xbox.
like a partner of Jimmy's, like a business partner, as far as I
Ray.
understand.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, keep it up to you, man. You guys, you did a live shot, and it was actually fun to listen to.
Thank you, dude.
As opposed
Appreciate
to,
it. Yeah, I love doing stuff like that if we can make it happen. Sometimes it's not as good as I would like quality, like levels, like audio, like technical stuff, I suppose. But
it all sounded great to me.
Okay,
it all sounded great to me. It was interesting to watch, and it's nice to it's nice because like I like Huber's videos too, actually, of doing the walk around Summer Game Fest.
Huber hype stuff, yeah.
yeah. Huber is the guy that actually brings me into Summer Game Fest more than anyone else.
Yeah.
Like just running into people and just talking to people, like just vlogging, like a fucking content creator.
Yeah,
like
people do that there.
So that shit was cool, and then so you did that too, so it was nice.
Yeah, I like doing that kind of stuff as well. It's fun. I mean, I come from Easy Allies and game trailers where that was very much a thing, so some of that DNA passed on to me, I guess.
For sure. And and it's funny because like I talk about like I've never actually watched like these directs or the E3s or whatever like that. I don't care, I care about the games being announced. Just tell me what's announced, and that's all I need to know. And I'll watch a trailer sometimes. I don't need to watch the shit live. It's funny that the only time before I became a games journalist, the only time I ever watched that shit live was with you, Brad. Like when you were on game trailers, and you guys were and I've talked about this with you before. Like when you reacted to Final Fantasy VII remake and Shenmue 3. I was like, that was the only time that I was actually like locked into watching shit live, and it was on game trailers. And I was like, that's why I have such a strong connection to you, Brad, because you're the only person that I actually like went poggers with on a live show on one of these.
Yeah, for people like us, that was like such a huge moment that we've been wanting forever, and it's like it finally happened. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, FS7 remake was massive, dude. I was like, oh my god, dude, it's finally happening.
Yeah.
And it feels like we're only going to finally get the game. For me, it feels like I'm finally only going to get the game I want in Revelations. It's like I've still been waiting like fucking like 20 years for this shit, but whatever.
Yeah, I'm excited to get the full picture, I suppose. No more mysteries, no more questions. I want like the full conclusion, I guess, where I feel satisfied. I'm like, okay, I got it all.
Yeah, another fight with Sephiroth though. Whoopee.
The fight.
That's still my biggest issue with the remake series. It's like you guys fucking overplayed Sephiroth way too much. Yeah,
sure. Big Dumb Stupid Idiot wrote and said, howdy AAPI reporter Gene and the Xbox Grim Reaper Brad. Keep it up, Monolith Soft. The 4K 60 FPS Switch 2 editions of all the numbered Xenoblades have distinctified 3 of the greatest JRPGs ever. Monolith Soft has lapped Square Enix and Atlus's premier JRPG studio with Monolith's high-quality output. I'll hang up and blame Halo's bisexual lighting for making me a WNBA fan.
So for folks who don't know, Smash JT, TJ Smash of Rage Bait, anti-woke fame on YouTube and anti-Colin fame now, made a big deal about some purple lighting on the Halo like main concept art, like basically the box art, right? And he called it bisexual lighting, and it's like it's continuing the agenda of the gays and the trans and the bis, right? And it's like, first of all, it's like it's purple, and the Covenant is purple. That's just
Covenant are purple, yeah.
That's just what they are. Like there's going to be some purple in the game. There's going to be a lot of purple lighting in Halo games because that's the bad guys. That's the bad guy's color. I'm sorry. Secondly, how do you even know what bisexual lighting is? I know a lot of gay people, and whenever I mention bisexual lighting to them, they're like, "What, Gene? What the fuck are you talking about?" And then I show them, and it's like, oh, it's like Tumblr era, like online of like stuff like that. And it's like, how do you know this stuff unless you're hanging out in like queer Tumblr? Like that's just sad. But
yeah,
not worth paying attention to. I wish people would stop paying attention to him. But yes, keep it up, Monolith Soft.
Lockmort's tweet about that was very funny.
Oh, yeah. I can't. I really need to suck some cock right now, man.
So funny.
Lockmore definitely had the classic tweet.
Yeah. All right. This is from Gene's nut-stained Xbox Helix shirt.
You remember?
He's written in several times. I have to read this name occasionally. I think there was one about your shirt, your Xbox Helix shirt, nut-stained, and I think there was like it was Dobby's cum sock. That's what it was. It was like something like that, dude. So something's never changed.
This is gonna be TMI, but I've actually never nutted in a sock before. Have you?
No.
I don't know why that became a thing.
I don't know.
Like
different era, I guess.
Right? Like, does it feel? I've never actually tried like jerking off with a sock. I'm like, does it feel good? Like, I feel like it would be abrasive.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
this is a good punching up write-in. So you guys can write into punching up about that. I feel like we'll ask Micah what she thinks too.
Yeah. She might have an ex-boyfriend who's like, oh, I love nutting in socks all the time.
I mean, she's had some weird ex-boyfriends, but no wiper guy. Yeah. So
yeah. I recently saw a TikTok where another woman was complaining about she was about to get married to a guy who didn't wipe his ass.
Jesus Christ, dude.
And she only found out because like she like when she started living with him, she'll go to the toilet and there would be like just a bunch of shit in the toilet, like so he wouldn't even flush.
Ew. What an animal,
and he wouldn't even
dude.
flush, and there'd be like no paper there. So like he would just like leave the bathroom, just dump there, and it's like what
Good
the fuck,
Lord.
And it's like and then she later talked to his mom, and she's like, you know, like I'm really sorry, like you know he doesn't even know how to wipe his own ass. And then she got mad at her because she was like, you're about to let me marry your son when you knew this? Like what the fuck? Anyways, they're not together anymore. Thankfully, neither is Micah and her boyfriend.
Yeah.
I put in the comments below which episode was that, because I want to re-listen to that again.
Yeah, I forgot what episode that was.
Yeah, I might have to ask Micah too. But you know, if for all the LSM lore nerds out there, if you guys know which episode it was, please at me, DM me, let me know which it is, because I'd like to listen to that again. But
they said
come in socks.
Ew.
Never done it before. Don't know why people do it. Just come in a napkin or tissue, man. Toilet paper or on your belly. I don't know why it's got to be a sock. My foot goes in there, man. You know, like I don't want. Yeah.
They wrote and said, "Hello, Gene. Sorry for my name. And Brad. I have a huge keep it up this week for the entire Last Stand Media Network for the past 2 weeks of coverage. You guys killed it. And that 6-hour-long Sacred felt like a movie in itself. So many great games were shown off this week, and somehow you guys, through all the shows, managed to cover every single one. Great work, guys. Keep it up. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate that. We try to entertain. So hopefully you enjoyed. All right. Let's do a game recommendation from the audience for the audience. This is from Misanthropic Altruist. Welcome back, Gene. You are dearly missed. I have a recommendation for a game that flew under everyone's radars last year. Eric's Home, The Stolen Dream, is a beautiful, in all caps, looking isometric stealth game with an engaging narrative and extremely likable characters. I admit I don't have the time or attention span to finish games that cannot hold my interest. This is one of the few that did this year. I hope more people play this. River End Games deserves accolades and recognition for what they achieved with a modest budget and a small team. A demo is available on Steam and PSN. Yeah, I'll look up this game real quick.
This shit looks fucking dope, man. Thank you.
Eric's Home. Dude,
it's a woman protagonist. No,
I feel like I've seen this before.
I feel like I've seen this before, but this shit looks dope.
It does look cool.
I will check it out, man. Thanks for the recommendation. That's great.
Eric's Home, The Stolen Dream demo. This looks like, this reminds me of, and they're nothing alike, but for some reason it reminds me of Commandos from back in the day.
Oh, I totally get it. I totally get what you're saying. Yeah.
Maybe it's just a perspective, I guess. But
I think it's just a perspective.
Yeah.
Did you know that there's a way we can play Crimson Desert in the isometric view too?
No, I didn't know that. What the hell?
Yeah, you can just adjust the camera and then you just like flip it up and it's like boom, it looks like Diablo
Oh
right
man,
there.
that's crazy.
Fucking crazy, dude. It's like I'm playing a completely different game.
All right. Let's be friends. Pretty much, if you want friends for games, look at trophies, achievements, or even play games with, right into this segment.
What the fuck? This is a new segment? That's crazy.
I've had this it just depends if people write in. Not everyone writes in every week. But
Gotcha.
okay. So I accidentally deleted his name. I've been really bad about this. Sorry, everybody. But I have his YouTube channel in here, so you can let people know in the comments too. What's up, Bwadwi, Ellis, and Dwayne Pock? I hate that. Let's be friends on Final Fantasy XIV. I am a warrior, Dark Knight, summoner, and paladin, and am on the Dynamis data center in Sphere World. I'd be happy to get in touch with people on Discord and start an LSM FC before Evercold. Also, I just started an RPG YouTube channel under the name The Sapphire Stacks. Check it out. Well, there you go.
That's a good name.
So, Sapphire, or I forgot your name because I cut it off on accident. Right into the YouTube comments, let people know that you're there. What they're looking for you. Get your whatever, if it's you have a different name that you go by for your games, but your YouTube is Sapphire Stacks. All right, Gene, just quickly, I'm going to talk a little bit about Pragmata because I picked the game back up. I played it when it came out for a little bit, then I dropped it to play other stuff despite me enjoying it. But I've been doing a little more cleanup. I've been playing more single player games. This has been like a very multiplayer year for me, but I decided to crack down. I beat Mina the Hollower recently, which is very good, by the way. So I went back to Pragmata, and I am at the 4th region or area you go to in the game. I don't know how long the game is, but I'm making my way through it, and I really like the game, dude. I think it's just delightful. We've talked about it on the show before, but I think it just excels in its simplicity, and I mean that in the best way possible, where it's not trying to do too many crazy things at once. It has a really fun hacking system they use in combat. You move around on a grid, and there's bonuses and all that kind of stuff, which is awesome. Cool mech design, all that shit. Some fun, some pretty decent weapons. I wouldn't say it's like amazing, like the
sci-fi AAA.
Sci-fi AAA, yeah.
AAA. Pragmata is all of that, you know.
Yeah.
So
I like the two leads of Hugh and Diana. I think they're very charming together characters, and I like them a lot. Some cool puzzles later on, like moving giant blocks and all that kind of stuff. There are puzzles in the game, but never like where you get dragged down, where you're stuck or anything like that. Just little things to break up the pace and stuff like that.
Really God of War has a lot of that,
yes,
which is annoying. And it's like I really hope that Lao Fei fixes that. I think like if Lao Fei fixes the pacing and the puzzles, then 10/10. I love it.
There's also these really cool, like they're like VR missions to me. They're training segments where you do like little objectives, and I think they're super fun. I love that kind of shit. And cool upgrades. Feels good to get new power-ups for Hugh and all that kind of stuff. You can get like new suits. There's a fun bingo board that I like as well. It's a cool ass game.
Yeah, the bingo board.
I definitely recommend it.
The bingo board unlockables are really good. And you definitely want to get those. I basically completed the game. But I didn't play I didn't play a lot of the end game stuff, the post game stuff.
Yeah.
I'll get to that someday.
Cool. But yeah, I'm gonna finish it this week. We're gonna do a spoiler cast on it, I believe. So
it's a good game. I love it.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I kind of liked it better than Resident Evil 9.
I can see that. Yeah, it's definitely more fresh. I would say
it's definitely more fresh, and like I think it's better designed overall. But I will say that RE9 has has higher highs.
Yeah, sure.
Especially of course, the Rhodes Hill Care Center. I love RE9. I've been wanting to play that again. But.
All right, yeah. So I just wanted to touch on that quickly, just give you guys a heads up where I'm at right now. And like I said,
keep it up to Pragmata. Yeah, it's a great game.
Great game. Yeah, new IP. So yeah, shout out Capcom once again, crushing it.
Capcom doing the thing, man. Dude, it's really only Capcom and like Nintendo that are like they're like, hey, here's some new game, and here's the old classics too. Here's our main IP, and here's a new game that you can play around too. So like Capcom and like Konami is trying to do that right now, but you know, I don't think they're quite there yet.
No,
but we'll see with Castlevania.
They're not there yet, but they're
not there yet, and they're definitely just farming shit out too. So
yeah. All right, let's see here. We're going to end the show with some write-ins from the audience. If you want to write to the show, I post a thread every Saturday for this show, calling for your submission. So keep an eye out on our Patreon. This is from Eddie Spaghetti. Hey, Summonussies. Hope all is going well post showcase week, and the re entry into the normal workflow for both of you has been an easy transition. Just just a retreading of a common question, but gentlemen, I am in a real funk with video games right now. Talking to friends in my nightly Xbox party chat, I shared that nothing sounds fun. Constantly booting up a game just to decide, nah, this isn't what I want to play, then starting the whole process over before ultimately just getting off and going to bed. The backlog is pretty deep to pull something out to play, so there's not a lack of options. At the end of this longer ride, and I just wanted to ask for some suggestions on how to help pull myself out of this low point with gaming and get back into enjoying it again. Anyways, sorry for the long ride, and again, cheers. All right, Gene, I feel like we've gone through this as well, just phases where you don't want a game.
Mm-hmm.
What's some advice you got here for Eddie?
Well, it's funny that he says that because I'm kind of going through the same thing right now, honestly, man. Like, I'm not interested in any new games right now. 007 was great. And I'm really glad that I was able to play that. But like after 007, I was like, kind of want to just play Hitman World of Assassination again, So I was playing that, but it's like, all right, but I already played like thousands of hours of Hitman World of Assassination. So after that, I was like, oh, I know this shit. I played this shit way too much already. So it's like, that's why playing Death Stranding 2 with Kojima around was great, but it's like I don't know if I play that if it wasn't for him, I'm kind of at that same point too, where it's like, the Crimson Desert, there's so many goddamn updates, and it's like I kind of don't want to fucking play that right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much to do, and it's like I feel like I'm done with that game. I played 250 hours of that shit. I'm good. So it's like if you want advice, I mean, like, do you not play like old games again? Because that's where I would always go to.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, and I know that there's some people who just can't do that. They just can't replay old games, and I feel sorry for you, honestly. Like, like, I'm not saying that you're weird for that, but like at least for me, I would not want to be that, because I love being able to just revisit my old games and just have a ton of fun. I love to just boot up Devil May Cry 5 and just like just whip out some combos. I'm playing Tears of the Kingdom now. Started a new file. And having a blast, rediscovering Zelda again. So just go back to your old favorite games and give that a shot, and then eventually you're probably gonna want something new again.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably what happened with me. It's like I was playing Hitman, I was like, I want to play something else, and then you just kind of go hunting for something. But I kind of get it though. Like I'm I had so much fun at Prada, like not playing games, that I kind of started to be like, yeah, maybe video games aren't really all that, Like I didn't talk about video games once while I was there, and it was just a lot of fun, just getting to know people, making new friends, and doing that. So it's like I think, but that I needed that week of like not playing a video game. I just didn't play any video games at all. Again, Tomodachi Life was the only game I played, and that's barely a video game, right? There's no mechanics in there. But I think if you just give yourself some time and just stop stressing over it, then you're gonna want to play a video game again, because video games are awesome, man. You're gonna want to shoot things or punch thing or solve a puzzle or something eventually. And so just give yourself a break. Go out, touch some grass. Go to a concert, go to a bar, go to a local show. Go to a local magic tournament, if anything.
Yeah.
Something. Do something.
Yeah. I think that's all advice I agree with 100%. I mean, I've gone through phases where I'd go like a month without playing stuff or wanting to play anything. And Gene's right, you kind of just filled that with other things for a while. And eventually you'll get that itch again. I feel like it just kind of happens, like something randomly will catch your eye, or you'll think about something that you played before and you're like, oh yeah. And replaying stuff's a great way to do that. Like sometimes there's just nothing out that's really catching your eye, I guess. Like you said, you have like a big backlog. So there are things you kind of have an interest to play, but like you really don't want to play them right now. And I think that's fine. Just if something, just take a break. And if something even I don't know, like let's say Ocarina of Time, you're just thinking about it for some reason, like just go back and play that or something like that. Even if you don't finish the game, just play. I've played The Witcher 3 like 3 times where I just do like the first zone or whatever, then I never finish it. But it's like you just get that fix, man, and that can open up the doors.
Yeah, but it's sometimes restarting a game gives you like a fresh appreciation for it. Like I was doing Tears of the Kingdom, and I'm doing the whole Sky Islands at the beginning. I'm like, fuck, I miss his vibe though, man. I missed when Tears of the Kingdom felt new and
Mm-hmm.
exciting, you know. And I was able to kind of relive that again. But it's like, yeah, but I get it though, man. Before that, I was doing the exact same thing you were, dude. I was actually starting games. I played them for a little bit. I'm like, I don't really feel like playing this. Like I was like, oh, I kind of want to play Splinter Cell. So I loaded up Blacklist and I started playing that. I played the first level and I was like, I kind of want to continue playing this, you know. Let me open my Steam right now. It's like, you know, I played what else have I played? You know, I played you know, Halo because you know I wanted to play Campaign Evolve, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like I'll just wait to that. You know, I thought about playing Dark Souls again, you know, because like why not? You know, I love fucking Dark Souls
Yeah, I've
one.
thought about that
It's
as
like
well.
um, but because there's nothing really out right now that I think is really that interesting. I get it.
Sure.
It's been kind of a month, a slow month of you know, mostly video game reveals, and 007 First Light was like a nice closer for that. So it's like it's you just take a week off. Take it, you know. Don't stress over it. You
Yeah,
know,
don't stress.
because I was doing that. I was like totally turning games off and off, on and off, and it's like I obviously have Kingdom Hearts to play. I'm kind of getting to the point where I want to play. I totally get what you mean though, Brad. You have a backlog. You know, I want to play Kingdom Hearts, but I kind of don't want to play Kingdom Hearts right
Yeah.
now. You know,
Yeah.
I'm just not right in the mood. But I know it's there, and I do want to play it. But I'm kind of in that liminal space of like, I'm in the back rooms, so to speak. You know, of wanting to play a game and not wanting to. So it's like just take a break.
Just
You
take a
know,
break, man. It's okay.
just go swipe on Tinder, go on a date or so. You know, figure that out. You know, and if the date doesn't go well, you're gonna be like fuck it. You know, I'll go home and play some video games then and jerk off. You know, that's what I do. I do. Not into a sock though,
Not into a sock.
unfortunately. Yeah,
But yeah, it's not a weird thing, Eddie.
not a weird thing.
Whatsoever.
Not a weird thing.
Don't worry,
Yeah, I'm literally just
something
going through it
will
right now.
spark your interest again.
Yeah.
All right. Adam Belgarby wrote and said, "Hey, Brad, man, and Gene Man, what are your favorite video game intros of all time? Surely Death Stranding 2 has to be up there. I recently sold my shitbox car, to get a new
Mhm.
gaming PC primarily to experience Death Stranding 2 in its full glory, and I'm loving every second of it. Playing a Death Stranding 2 mission where you rescue an Indian guy and it plays the most stereotypical Indian music kind of day. All right, best game intros. Gene, it I don't know if this is my favorite one, but this one always pops in my mind right away, and it's very in line with what he was saying with Death Stranding 2, which is Metal Gear Solid 1. The whole
Mm.
intro about Snake swimming into it, the narration going on with him communicating, and just that that section of that like little warehouse area, then going up the elevator always
And then
stands out to me.
the credits are
Yeah,
still playing as you're playing the game. Like you guys have no idea how mind blowing that was
yeah,
back in the day. And I played Metal Gear Solid 1 like 2 years after it came out. That shit was still mind blowing. That shit was so crazy.
yeah, yeah. It
Um,
blew me away.
but when I hear greatest intros of all time, I can only think of one game, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it
What,
is?
probably a
Final
7?
Fantasy 7.
Yeah,
Final Fantasy 7, man.
yeah. The bombing mission,
It is
that damn good.
following mission, the quick edits to the train that's pulling up, you know, the pullback, like, you know, and I remember like not liking the aesthetic of Final Fantasy 7, but when I saw Midgar like in full glory, I was like, I'm in, man. I'm in. Like I'm in it.
Yeah,
This is a whole new world. This is something unlike I've ever seen before. So yeah, obviously those are the two classics, I think. In terms of modern games, I actually think 007 was fucking sick, dude.
cool.
like
Good intro.
like the 007 like intro to title screen was amazing. Actually, I was really locked in. I was like, this is already like my favorite Bond game of all time.
Hell yeah.
You know, it's been frustrating to watch streamers play because they always have to fucking mute it every time the Lana Del Rey song comes out. It's like, dude, part of the experience is hearing the Lana Del Rey song. You're like robbing yourself of the James Bond experience because you need to hear the song. It's laying out the whole theme of the game or the story for you. You know, you gotta
Mm-hmm.
hear it. 007 was good. Death Stranding 1 and 2 are great too. But that's Kojima. You know, like he's gonna be like I love Death Stranding 1's intro too.
Yeah.
You know, the song saying "Don't be so serious."
Yeah.
You know, after years and years of trying to analyze Death Stranding and what it even means, the first thing you hear from the game is "Don't be so serious," and it's like, all right,
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 I'll calm down.
I'm in. I won't be so serious. I'm in for the ride,
Yeah.
Kojima. Show me what you got. What else? Intros recently. I don't know. I think that's about it, though.
That's okay. Those are great examples.
Yeah. RE9.
Oh, we brought this up earlier, though, Gene. What do you think about Link to the Past? That whole intro going in the rain.
Yeah.
Going into Hyrule Castle.
That's classic too. That was huge. Zelda always has really good intros. So for the most part, Skyward Sword sucked. I like the game a lot now. I love the game, but like that intro sucks. Like that.
They trimmed it down a little bit for the Switch version. Yeah.
Yeah, but that intro really sucked. Twilight Princess also kind of sucked.
Hey. No, I get it. It's slow, but I love it. I love the slow intro.
You gotta do sumo wrestling. You gotta get the gold. You gotta shoot the slingshot. It's like
it builds the bonds between you and the villagers. That's what I like.
I get it.
But no, I understand why people hate it.
Yeah, but it's a little slow. It's not as good as Kokiri Forest. Come on,
it's not. No,
Kokiri Forest is excellent. Yeah. Obviously, Zelda's Breath of the Wild intro is amazing.
Yeah, it's a good intro. Yeah,
it's classic. It's a step out moment.
The plateau. That's such a good intro. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the step out moment, as Manny calls it. Fallout games have good intros. Fallout 3, right? When you're in Vault 101.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And you're learning about the Vault lifestyle before you even get out into the world. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Halo hasn't really had it. Yeah, Halo hasn't really had really great intros. Call of Duty is whatever, Call of Duty just kind of starts sometimes. Final Fantasy 7 is the one though, definitely.
That's the one.
10 has a pretty good intro. 10 has a really good intro, actually. Kind of confusing. I think that's probably that's kind of the one that kind of blunts the impact of it. FF7, you don't really need to know anything. You just understand
what's going on.
FF6, of course, is
going to Narsh or whatever. Yeah.
The march towards Narsh, and you hear the theme song of FF6.
Yep.
And you know who directed that sequence? Do you know who directed that sequence?
No, I don't know who did that sequence.
The director of Xenoblade Chronicles, the creator.
Really?
Of Xenoblade
Okay.
Chronicles. Yeah.
He did that. Cool.
Yeah, he did that. It goes that Hamaguchi was like, "Don't just use the sprites and just have them walk towards the walk left to right to Marsh, right?" And he was like, "I can't do that." So he created whole new sprites and did a scrolling thing. He's like, it needs to be more cinematic, man. So that's why, like don't sleep on Tetsuya Takahashi of Xenoblade Chronicles, man. The guy has been thinking cinematically for video games for like a long time, way back then. He was beyond even what's his, I said Hamaguchi. Dude, I'm so senile now. The creator of Final Fantasy.
Sakaguchi,
yeah.
Oh yeah, I thought that I knew you said Hamaguchi, but I knew what you meant.
Yeah. Sakaguchi, yeah. The Gooch. Yeah, the original Gooch, So yeah, Takahashi is amazing though. FS6 is amazing. What other RPGs were good? I love this topic.
You know what I think has
Lost Odyssey?
Odyssey I haven't played that, but yeah, I've heard nothing.
Dude, the intro is fucking fantastic, man. Holy shit, dude. It just goes straight into a battle. Like, it's crazy.
This is like a weird example, but I like the intro of Mario 64 a lot, where it's just you just start outside the castle. And I think because it's a thing of the time, Gene, where it's like, whoa, you can climb a fucking tree or whatever, something like that. Just seeing all the crazy like tech you could do with Mario, I think it made it so effective, and going to the castle the first time was so cool. It doesn't mean dick to most people nowadays, but I think for the time and place it was really cool.
No, totally. Yeah. The philosophy behind that was like, just let them play, let them get used to the controls, let them get used to the fact that you can do a double jump, or not the double jump, but like the
triple jump thing. Yeah.
The triple jump, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Side so flip, amazing. Here's some other ones that I'm searching through Reddit, but I know I was just talking to shit about Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect 2 has a fucking pretty great intro, really hits you in the fucking face. Doom 2016 was good too.
Yeah. Good intro, definitely.
Just gets you right in there, and then you hear the metal song just drop right in time when you just cock the shotgun. Really great. Super Metroid.
That's a really good intro.
Super Metroid is
a really good
classic
one.
for way back in the day. That's probably the best intro of the 16-bit era, honestly.
It's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's playable too. Like all the best intros are playable, I think. Obviously, Metal Gear being one of them too. But yeah, I think FS7 is not playable, but it kind of is though, because it's like,
yeah, I'd say like the whole bombing run is an intro.
The whole bombing run is the intro, right?
Yeah.
It's very easy, just getting you into the game. And just the fact that it all seamlessly goes from the CG to the gameplay, like that, like you have no idea how like mind changing that was. You know, to be able to, the CG is animated, and then suddenly you see Barrett and Jesse and Cloud just jump out the fucking train, like all seamlessly. Like that was the future of video games right there.
Yeah, it was insane. All right, let's see here. The one wrote and said, "Hello, Summoners. Have you seen The Weeknd's journey of becoming a weeb? It started a few months ago when he played and beat Nier Automata, including the true ending, Automata, including the entire true ending. He's now in Persona 5 Royal and has been sending pictures of his journey on Instagram. Now he's met Yoko Taro, Hidetaka Miyazaki, and Yoshitaka Amano. He even got invited to the Atlas HQ to play Persona 4 Revival and showed the first trailer of P6. My question to Brad is, when are you going to meet or get him on Summon Sign? And Gene, I need you to interview this man because this turn was so unexpected. Okay, so Gene being able to interview him is something that could potentially happen. I don't think he'd want to come on Summon Sign, even though I'd totally welcome him on the show. But what do you think, Gene? I feel like you're super in touch with like a lot of like celebrities and their gaming culture.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say much right now.
Okay. All right, we'll keep it at that then. So
I'm not gonna say much, but keep it locked into the Gene Park channel.
Okay.
Basically. Or like the Gene Park news.
Very exciting.
Yeah. Might have something cooking. We'll see.
But yeah,
I'll tell you offline.
Yeah, The Weeknd. I know you're a big LSM fan, so if you ever want to come on our shows, you're welcome.
Abel, yes. If you're out there, come on Brad's show. It's a good time.
Yeah, man. There you go.
Yeah, tell us about Persona 5.
That's
tell
right.
us about how you fumbled Dr. Takumi.
Oh, man.
I get it. She's on my Tomodachi Life Island.
Oh, really? That's funny.
Yeah. I actually kicked off every single person. I had you, Brad, on.
Mm-hmm.
I had Colin and Micah. Colin and Micah got pregnant. I kicked off their kid.
Damn.
I had Cog. I had Maddie. I had everyone at LSM and David Jaffe too. I kicked off everybody.
Yeah. Gotta make room.
My whole island is now just all fictional characters and my ex-girlfriend and my ex-fiance and my best friend, and that's it. But everyone else is fictional characters. Cloud, Era, Tifa are all on there. Nice. Everyone's on there. Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah. Abel, come on board.
All right. Nielsen Chapman wrote and said, "What up, fellas? What's a game you bought that reviewed very well back in the day that when you played it absolutely sucked? For me, I bought Battle Arena Toshiden as a PS1 game because it got raving reviews in GamePro magazine, 5 out of 5 stars. I can't stand that game. Also, what's a game that you thought would suck and was unlike anything you ever played or had zero interest in, but you tried it because of reviews and you absolutely adored it? Jet Set Radio Future got a 9.1 on IGN back when it was good, JK, and I rented it and loved it. It had great music, fun gameplay, and was very unique. It's one of my all-time faves. Anyways, love the show." A game that you thought would suck was like anything you ever played or had zero interest in. I don't know if I thought it sucked because this is a long time ago, but I remember I wasn't really interested until I started hearing rave opinions about it through friends and reviews, and that was Resident Evil 1 on PS1. That was a long time ago, so I can't remember if it sucked, like I thought it sucked, but it definitely was not something that was on my radar right away. But then when I played it, I was like, holy shit. It's a game changer. And sure enough, it was. What about you? Anything you could think that sucked? First of all, Gene, that got good reviews.
Well, Hollow Knight.
That's true. You did think that sucked. Yeah.
Yeah. It got rave reviews, right? And I played it, and I thought, this sucks. I hate it.
Okay. No, it's crazy.
It was so,
No,
it was so long. It was so gloomy. It had like barely any music. At least from what I played. And then I beat it, and then I was like, I didn't like it, and like, yeah, the music was barely there. It was very atmospheric. But I didn't finish the game. I just beat it and like just moved on with my life, right? And then it was just because like I just was not. I just don't really. I've talked about this many times before. Like Metroidvanias like are hit or miss for me, But then I tried to play Hollow Knight again, and I was like, let me be more open to it. Let me take my time, Then now that I know where to go, because I got super lost in Hollow Knight too. And that filtered me. That was a skill issue. So once I knew where to go, and once I figured out what the game was, and I played it again, I was like, this was a much better second run. I loved it so much, and I just completed the whole thing. I just found every single thing. Loved it, loved it, loved it. So that's probably my most famous example of like I just didn't like this game at first, and it was great. And thought it sucked. Toshinden I loved, man. But I get that it's not a good fighting game. Like it's very.
No, it was cool at the time.
It was super cool at the time. Like it was the first 3D fighting game. There was no 3D fighting game. The Tekken and Virtua Fighter weren't like that. It didn't offer that kind of movement. But when you play Toshinden now, it's like, yeah, this is not.
It's rough.
Not a good game. But I get it.
I thought of the perfect example. It is Borderlands 2 for me. People back in the day, dude, everyone fucking loved Borderlands.
Oh, I didn't like Borderlands 2.
Well, most people did, I would say. The vast majority of people loved Borderlands. And I immediately hated the writing in that game.
Borderlands 2.
Yeah, you could check the tape, dude, old game trailers, things of me just talking shit on Borderlands. You can go back 10 years and it's there still. And that game got great reviews, I'm not saying it's a bad game or anything like that, but I was just like, man, I do not like this kind of thing at the time.
I don't understand why people only blame Borderlands 3 for their bad writing, because the bad writing was always there in Borderlands 2.
Yeah.
It was always
2 is where I really noticed it. That's when it was like meme lands, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah. The people got tricked by thinking Handsome Jack was a good villain, which I also disagree with. I don't think he was a good villain. I think it was pretty cringe. Like even Far Cry 3's
Voss.
villain,
yeah,
Voss. People love him, and I think he's good. And obviously, the actor is, I'm forgetting his name again because I'm senile. The actor is fantastic, and Voss is a decent character, but I don't think he was like that amazing, And another game that I'm gonna say that it is like super rated, super highly in history, that I don't think is that big of a deal, is Spec Ops Online.
I never played it, but the entire game got spoiled for me, so I don't care.
Yeah, well, yeah. So that sucks for you, because that's that's really the only value. Well, like the game is pretty good. Like it's a good cover shooter, right? Like a lot of good scenarios and everything like that. So I don't want to say the game sucks. The game's good. The game's pretty great actually. But like I think that a lot of people like really like overrate the twists a lot. Oh my god, war is hell, and you're the bad guy.
Yeah,
it's like, really, that's the apex of video game writing as potential. It's only a little bit better than BioShock, which wasn't good in the first place. At least in terms of like, I like BioShock as a world, as a story, but like as a morality play, it was pretty bad, right? I prefer BioShock as just like a linear story, which I think is fantastic, right? The world obviously is fantastic, and Duran's a great character. But like when people say like, oh man, but it really like explored the ideas of morality. No, it didn't. It didn't at all. It was either you were a monster for killing girls and then you got worse powers, or you saved them and you just got the good ending. That's it. I really feel like the 7th gen games of like morality was just really bad, like Mass Effect, thing, like Renegade or whatever.
Yeah, it's all just black and white decisions.
It's all just black and white, and it's like, yeah, and that's what a lot of the response to Fable, like what Fable was trying to like being like, oh, it's not just black and white, and people got mad at that. It's like, yeah, but I kind of understand what they're saying though, right? Because it's like, and it already came out that nobody plays the evil path anyways.
In most games, yeah.
Yeah, so for most games, so it's just a bunch of loud fucking edgelords just crying about them not being an edgelord anymore. And it's like, if you want to be an edgelord, go play Hitman.
Yeah.
Hitman lets you do everything. You could just do a mass shooting, no problem. Just play the games that you want to play instead of playing the games that pretend to gesture towards your evil path. Like, it sucks. But yeah, that's kind of my bugaboo. It's like, I think Spec Ops the line. Every time people talk about politics in video games, they're like, well, what about Spec Ops the line? It's like, yeah, but politics were fucking simple as hell, man. Come on, dude. Like, we can do better than that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. In terms of like things that were surprised us, I remember another Mike Huber story. He showed or introduced me to Katamari Damacy, the first one. And I saw it, like the box or whatever. He showed it to me like a magazine or like the cover of it. And I was like, what? I mean, I was like, oh, it looks fine, I guess. Like, whatever. But then I played it and I was like, whoa, this game fucking slaps. Holy shit. So that's a game that definitely caught me by surprise.
So fun.
Yeah.
Trying to look through my Steam list or whatever. Dragon's Dogma is one that didn't even review well, and it's like, oh, this is one of my favorite games of all time.
Yep. Shout out Dragon's Dogma. Are you gonna play the DLC?
The Dark
Arisen?
The fact that they call it Dark Arisen again, like it's just the same name as the previous DLC. I love that, man. Absolutely, I was going to play the DLC. Cool. As you know, as people know, I'm a huge Dragon's Dogma 2 believer. And initially, I thought the game sucked.
It came around.
I thought the game sucked. When I first played it, I was like, "This game sucks. It's way worse than Part 1. It's not good." And then Susie the Sphere Hunter told me I should just go finish it. I should, because I didn't really play the game, and I finished it, and I was like, "You're right. I never actually finished the game. I should play it." And I loved it.
Yeah.
So I can't wait for Dark Arisen 2, basically. What other games that I thought were gonna suck? And I don't know. Like, usually games are pretty good. That's the thing,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Usually games are pretty good.
Usually they're pretty good.
Yeah. I don't really have any other games in here that I think were gonna suck.
Yeah, that's right.
I have Spec Ops The Line here, funny enough, on Steam.
That's right. Let's move on then. We got nothing else. Iron Lion 44 wrote it and said, "Yo, I'm like 15 hours into Final Fantasy 16. My first FF was 7 Remake, then went back and played the original PS1 version, then Rebirth after that. Decided to go in on 16 and I'm obsessed with it. How come nobody told me it was so good? I'm only kidding. I know Brad and Colin love that game. Needless to say, I'll be there for 17 when it eventually comes out. I hope they stay with a similar combat style. Do you guys think they will drastically change the combat again? I can't recall what Gene thinks of the game, but I know he loves Final Fantasy. Love y'all, and happy to see Gene isn't writing off podcasts altogether." Oh yeah, go ahead, Gene. What do you think of 16? I guess just let him know.
I think 16 story is good until it starts sucking. I think there's a lot of things about 16 that I think are pretty fantastic and epic, and I think it does things better than most games. I think the boss battles are the boss battles in a set piece are pretty much better than anything I've seen in any other similar game. I think it's way better than God of War Ragnarok in terms of being an epic game. I think the story is the problem, and I think the game design is a problem. I think the game clearly was supposed to be a linear action game that was supposed to be a lot shorter. And I feel like that they padded it out with a lot of MMO style quests in between, and that's why a lot of I think the worst writing is everything that happens in between all those action set pieces, and all the big moments. All the big moments are awesome. I think they're S tier in terms of like even writing drama and everything like that. But like so much of the drama is just deflated by like, oh, Götz has lost his passport. You got to go find it or whatever like that. Or, oh, this fucking guy over at this town like wants you to build a knife for some reason. So now you got to go walk around the beach and collect stones that are just shiny things on there. And then you go, oh, you ambushed by some monsters or some bandits and you got to go fight them. Like, shit like that really sucks. And Crimson Desert has that problem like throughout the entire game. That's like 80% of Crimson Desert. So I get it, And I love Crimson Desert too. So don't get me wrong. but it kind of pops out in Final Fantasy 16 more because Final Fantasy 16 has so many hype moments that I think are completely unforgettable. So I love 16, but like with a caveat that I think it's like I wish it was.
Yeah,
I wish it was better designed and better written,
there's
and I think a lot of that.
I'm sorry.
I think a lot of that has to do with the MMO the design that they kind of had to cram into the game.
Sure. Yeah, I definitely think there's big room for improvement for that game, but I do like it a lot. I love the characters in that game, particularly, and like you're saying, some of the boss fights are just like fucking insane moments in gaming.
Amazing, yeah. I won't spoil anything, but
Yeah.
like it's just some of the best, some of the greatest fights ever. As far as keeping whether they keep the combat system, God, I hope not.
I think I don't think it's gonna be like that.
I hope they. And I have advised Kitase on this. I was like, if you guys want to continue Final Fantasy, I think you should continue the remake combat system and evolve that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's popular. It's well liked. People like it. It's innovative. There's nothing like it else in the market. It's like you should build on that.
Yeah, I think they would do something like that, honestly, or more like pretty much like what Expedition 33 is, like turn based, but with some more real time action elements. I guess I could see them doing something like that, but I don't think it's going to be like a Devil May Cry style kind of action game again.
No,
I think that's it.
That's another big problem with FF16 is that it was just like too long, and it's like I was so hyped for FF16 because I was like, oh my god, finally a Devil May Cry style Final Fantasy. I've been wanting this forever, right? Because Final Fantasy has been chasing the combat sequences of the movie Final Fantasy Advent Children for their whole career ever since Advent Children came out, right? Everyone watch Advent Children, and yeah, that movie's stupid, but the combat sequences are just
so
like nothing else you've ever seen, right? And 13 tried to do that, tried to copy that, and did it pretty good. And 15 tried to do that and did it pretty good. And 16, FF7 Remake came out and did it perfectly.
Yeah.
And then 16 is another version of doing it pretty okay. But it was very exhausting, and it kind of taught me. Final Fantasy 16 is a game that taught me I do not want a 50-hour Devil May Cry game.
Sure. There's
a reason why these games are 20 hours long, and it's because that shit is very exhausting. You are not meant to play this shit for like 99 hours. So, tone it down, and that's why Remake is good, because there's a lot of pacing, a lot of menu switching characters. So just go with the Remake style, I think. But yeah, I love FF16 though. I kind of talking about it right now kind of makes me want to play it again.
All right.
And I platinumed the shit out of the game. I got every fucking thing in that game.
Yeah, I'm so close to it. I'm like at the end of New Game Plus, and I think I just need to finish it, then I'll have it. But I just haven't gone back yet.
Yeah, I got the Omega something sword, like the whatever the greatest sword you can possibly get, which fucking takes forever, and you got to play through New Game Plus just to get it too.
DLCs are fun too for that game.
The DLC is good. The DLC has the best fights in the game. Actually, well, not the best fights, but like one of the best.
I think they kind of have. Well, yeah, mechanically, I think they're some of the most interesting fights.
Mechanically, I think it has the best fight in the game. Yeah, I agree.
All right, final write-in here from the Diddler. Famitsu released some poll results recently. One of the poll was the top 10 most popular game characters. Another poll was the most wanted remakes list. I have a list of games here. I want Brad to read off the games one by one while you two say if you want a full remake, a 2D HD remake, a remaster, or a hard stand down. Your time's over. I don't think any of these need a hard stand down, honestly. Mm-hmm. So I just won't do that. But we can do full remake, HD 2D, or remaster only. Mm-hmm. Number 1, Chrono Trigger.
HD 2D. Fuck, man, this one's hard.
This is a tough one because I could see myself being okay with all three.
Yes, especially if they made it in like the style of like Dragon Quest or something. Mm-hmm. Dragon Quest 11, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I wanted like a 7 remake type of thing. Yeah, all three is good. But definitely, so I would say either full remake or 2D HD2 remake. Okay. But I wouldn't want a remaster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Xenogears.
2D HD remake.
2D HD. Okay, I'm cool with that. Mm-hmm. Pokemon Black and White.
Full remake, baby.
I agree with you there as well.
Yeah. I don't want any more of the Diamond Pearl remake style stuff.
Yeah.
Just do the whole thing again.
Final Fantasy VIII.
Man,
It did get a remaster already.
it did get a remaster, so that's already done. So I guess full remake then.
Yeah. Maybe not 7 scale, like 3 games, you know what I mean? Just
No,
one game.
it needs to be one game. It needs to be one game. Don't ever do what you did with remake again. Don't ever do that again. You know, make it at most 2 games, but definitely just keep it down to one fucking game, man. You know, sort it out.
8 doesn't need 3 games. Definitely not.
8 does not need 3 games, and it's a great story, and it's a long story too. But
yeah,
it does not.
At least with Final Fantasy VII, there's so much stuff besides the main game they pack into those games. Mm-hmm. So I'll give them that at least. Tales of the Abyss.
I don't know. I don't know this game.
I haven't played this, but I do own it. This was a PS2 Tales game that has 3DS. I have the 3DS version. Just a remaster's fine.
Yeah.
Persona 2.
Remaster.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't played 1 or 2, so maybe just getting a nice remaster of 2 would be the way to go, but I don't know.
Yep.
As far as I'm aware, Persona 3 is kind of what birthed Persona as we know it.
As it is, yeah. So that's why it's like I think just do the remaster of 2. Let's get back to the OG.
Okay. Yeah. Sakura Wars.
I don't know.
I haven't played this, so I can't say.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 9.
Man, there's another one.
I would say
already has a
remake.
remaster.
I would say full remake.
You know, I say full remake too, but obviously don't do all 3. But you know, do again Expedition 33 style remake if anything. You know,
Dragon Quest 9, the DS game.
I would like a remaster.
Okay, yeah, that sounds fine to me.
Yeah,
because it's like the online or multiplayer things and stuff. Yeah, okay, that works with me.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Final Fantasy 6
already has a.
It has several different versions.
Yeah. I mean, if we're just saying like pie in the sky, like you know, there's no issues about resources, then yeah, I want a remake too. So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that remake.
It's my favorite story in the series. So yeah, I would hate for it to not get the full remake treatment. So especially with Kefka and you know, so many great characters.
A lot of characters in that game.
Yeah, and the whole reason why I wanted an N64 in the first place was because Final Fantasy was supposed to be on that fucking shit in the first place. And then so I remember that the issue of Game Fan magazine where they showed Locke and Terra in full 3D with Silicon Valley graphics on the Ultra 64. And then Square Enix said, no, we're gonna
go with PlayStation.
Final Fantasy on PlayStation. I was like, well, I guess I'm a PlayStation guy. Fuck it. So
Bloodborne.
Remaster.
Yeah.
Fucking anything, dude.
Yeah, I would take a remaster. I would take a remake. Whatever, man. Just fucking give me this shit already. It's annoying.
Yeah, like a Demon Souls style remake, I'll take it too. You know, I don't care if Blue Point's done, so it's already a dead dream. But you know, if someone did a whole Demon Souls style remake where the graphics are just crazy and even changes the whole art style, I don't care. It's fine. You know, just another interpretation.
Persona 1.
Persona 1?
Yeah.
Remaster.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Tales of Eternia is getting a remaster. So
yeah, it is, right?
I never played these older Tales games, so that's fine with me.
Yeah.
Dragon Quest V is interesting because it's had several versions. It had, what was it, Super Nintendo originally or Famicom? Then it was a PS2 version of the game. And then there's the DS versions of the game.
Yeah, some are 3D, some are 2D.
Yeah.
I would say an HE 2D remake.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I could see that style working well for the first 6 of them.
Totally.
At least.
Totally. Just keep it consistent, you know. And Dragon Quest 2 and 3 were so good. Like fucking just keep it going, man. Yeah. Or like 1, 2, and 3, they were so good. Keep making it like that. Yeah. That's good.
I think when
do that.
8's kind of when you got to go a little bigger for.
8, I would want either remake or at least a remaster. You know, at least, dude, I would love a fucking just fucking re-release it, man. I don't fucking care, you know. So,
all right, let's see here. Shadow Hearts.
I remember playing that, but I don't. I think at this point I'd like a remaster.
Yeah, I've never played through this.
Yeah, I played it way back in the day. So I've never thought about it. So that's interesting.
Yeah, just remastered would be cool.
Yeah.
And Sengoku Basara. I don't know what that is.
Another game I haven't played. Strategy game, right? Is it a strategy game?
I don't know. I'm trying to look it up. Oh yeah, I've seen these characters before.
Yeah.
I don't care. Whatever they want to do is fine with me.
Yeah, same here too. Yeah, I haven't played these either. So, but good exercise.
Yeah,
that's fun.
Good exercise. And with that, Gene, we're done. Long episode, dude.
Yeah, man.
We
talked a lot.
Deep, but we had a lot to catch up on. Thanks for joining me, man. Great to see you as always. Mm-hmm. Any updates or anything like that you want to tell the audience before we get out of here?
Plug? Not really. Yeah, someone mentioned they're glad I haven't written off podcasts. You know, I choose Summon Sign because this is the only one where we don't talk about sales data or the new discourse or whatever like that. You know, I just don't want to be tapped into gaming that much anymore, man. I think me becoming a games journalist has made me like games less, and I think that happens a lot to a lot of people, right? So like you probably have been through that too, right?
Sure. Yeah, I've been through waves. Like I've gone through phases where I'm like not as into it as much because I talk about it all the time, but then sometimes I'm like super into it again. But
yeah, no, I love video games, of course. This shit is my life, but it's not my life in the way that it's like, oh, I'm gonna be a day one gamer for this brand or this, like I'm gonna be there and I'm gonna be watching all the ads and everything like that. Like I just don't do that though, you know. Like I play all the games. You guys all know my history. I played a shit ton of games. But I find that shit independently. I'm not like locking into like shows and podcasts or anything like that, you know, and I miss that. So that's what I kind of want to return back to. And, you know, me being on LSM or Spawn Wave or any of the type of shit, it's like, it just means I'm too tapped in. You know, again, if I'm on Spawn Wave, I know who Nate the Hate is. And like, for me, that's kind of the barrier. It's like, I should not know what a Nate the Hate is. You know, I should not know. Nobody know who he is, and I don't fucking care. You know, but it's like being too tapped in, like he is, like ruins like what I find exciting about games. So Summon Sign is perfect because here we just talk about games, and that's what I like to do.
Yeah,
I like to talk. I like to run deep about games. I am having a podcast coming up. I am making a podcast. It won't be all about games. We'll talk about games sometimes, and my partner, she's a gamer too, so you know it'll be there. But we talk about a lot of other stuff too. Cool. So just keep it locked into the Gene Park channels, and stay tuned. But thank you all so much for your support. You know, always happy to be back on LSM and to chat up with my old buddies.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, man, great to see you. All right, everybody. With that, we're out of here. We'll see you next week. Take care and goodbye. Summon Sign is a product of Last Stand Media and Collins Last Stand LLC and is proudly recorded in the USA. The show is written and hosted by me, Brad Ellis. The show is produced by Dustin Furman. All of Last Stand's theme music is by Ramon Nivarez. Summon Sign, along with the rest of Last Stand's media shows, are fan-funded on Patreon at patreon.com/laststandmedia. The following names are at the producer level on Patreon, our highest tier, and we are grateful for your kind contribution and generosity to our independent endeavor. Thank you.